hustle. Baseball. The game lives here. This is Pioneer League. Watch on Home Team Network.
Good evening, everyone, from Bryant Field here in Marysville, where tonight the Oakland Ballers look to continue this wave they are riding on to begin this month of August. So far undefeated, and they will look to remain undefeated this month as they embark on a 3-game weekend road series up here in Marysville to take on the Yuba-Sutter Freebirds. It's your defending Pioneer League champion, Oakland Ballers, against the Yuba-Sutter Freebirds, and it's coming up next right here on Ballers Radio. And we welcome you inside. I'm Gareth Kwok. Thanks for tuning in, whether you're listening on our YouTube channel or through the Home Team Network. It is a special YouTube Free Friday, so free video and audio for those tuning in on our YouTube channel. Well, Oakland clicked on all cylinders this past week against the Red Pocket Mobiles, completing a 6-game sweep, and the offense has scored 54 runs over the last 3 nights, 18 runs in each of the last 3 games, and they did it again last night by a final of 18-6. Oakland scored early and often with 12 runs in the first 2 innings, including 8 in the second. Cam Buford drove in 3 of those runs with a single and a 2-run double. TJ Rogers connected for his second pro homer with a 2-run shot, and Jake Allgaier was the hottest hitter in that series. He singled home a pair to give Oakland a 12-0 lead. Oakland received some good pitching as well from the starting right-hander Griffin Smith. The rookie right-hander pitched 6 innings, struck out 3, allowed just 4 runs. And Oakland's offense continued to pour things on the Red Pocket Mobiles, who have really struggled not only in this season, but especially in the second half. Just 1 win and now 20 losses. As Isai Santos fell a triple shy of the cycle, a 2-run homer in the 6th, and then Jeter Ibarra went deep for a league-leading 31st home run of the year, a 3-run shot in the 8th that matches Christian Almanza's single-season home run record with 27 games left in the regular season. We'll have a chance to break that single-season home run record tonight and this weekend here in Yuba-Sutter. Now, do not write this Yuba-Sutter team off at all, despite a very tough series against Modesto, where they did not win a game in that 6-game home-and-home against the Roadsters. They're coming off 6 consecutive losses, but remember, they took 2 of 3 versus Oakland right here at home. So they've shown it before, and they can definitely show it again if they want to protect home field and spoil the good vibes that Oakland has created to start this month. Our 2 pitchers brewing pitching matchup tonight. Oakland will send the right-hander Hunter Day to the mound, and he will face the rookie Luke Ridley from the University of West Georgia. We understand that it is Ridley's pro debut, and he will be taking the ball for Frank Gonzalez tonight against Hunter Day. Day, who is going to appear in a 9th appearance this season. But coming up next during the Ballers pregame show, we're going to revisit our conversation with the one of the newer Ballers, the outfielder Mitchell Sanford, who had a really nice series against the Red Pocket Mobiles. A couple of home runs in that series, and we're going to talk with Mitchell when we come back as part of this pre-recorded conversation from earlier this week. The Ballers pregame show continues right here on Ballers Radio.
At this time, let's meet the umpires for tonight's game. At first base, Kate Hart. At third base, Ron Adams.
Welcome back to the Ballers pregame show. Gareth Kwok alongside the Ballers outfielder Mitchell Sanford, who came up a triple shy of the cycle. 4 hits, 4 runs batted in for one of the newer Ballers. Mitchell, a triple shy of the cycle. Did you know going in that you were a triple shy, and just how did you feel about your performance yesterday?
Yeah, I definitely knew, and I felt good about my performance yesterday. The bats were nice. I was taking pitches. That's when I know I'm in a good zone, is when I'm taking strikes and being selective. And when I swing, I put good swings off. But I did know I was a triple shy, so I definitely was trying later in the game. But sometimes when the wind's blowing out at Ramondre, it's hard to get triples, because if you hit it good, it might go out. But yeah, I definitely was feeling good yesterday.
Well, take us through the moment for your for your homer yesterday, the 2-run shot to the opposite field. What'd you see, and how'd you make it happen?
Yeah, I think it was two guys before was when Cam tied it up with a 3-run homer. And then they put in a new guy, lefty, I believe. Yeah, just same thing. Just took a good at bat, took a pitch, went deep in the count, and then just got a barrel the opposite field.
Well, it's only been 6 games in since you've joined the team, but how are things settling in for you now that you've been a member of the Ballers?
It's been nice. Obviously, as you all guys know, the fans are very welcoming. It's a great atmosphere. The guys in the locker room have been really nice, welcoming me in, and I've kind of just fit right in for the most part pretty easily.
Well, you were formerly with the Gateway Grizzlies, and then you were traded to Oakland. How did you find out that you had been traded, and what was your reaction when it all went down?
I actually found out through the manager, like, pretty early. We had a pretty close relationship, so he was very forefront with me and kept it honest. And we talked for probably 3 hours about it, just like how it's going to be a good move for me, a good move for them. So yeah, no hard feelings, no bridges burned. But yeah, it was very forefront and quick turnaround.
What were the next 48, 72 hours like for you from making your way to Gateway to Oakland?
Yeah, it was. We were on the road when I found out I was getting traded, so we were on the way back on a Thursday series. And then the next day, just kind of planning out the weekend, I talked to Aaron about when I need to be up here, and I think he gave me like 4 days. So drove home to Louisiana from St. Louis, got to spend some time with the family in the weekend, and then flew out here on Monday.
How long is the drive from St. Louis to Louisiana?
It was about 11, and I had stopped. I stopped halfway, spent the night in Oxford, Mississippi. I went to school, so I saw some friends. So I went and got dinner with them. So I made a good weekend out of it.
Are you someone that enjoys the long car rides, or are you someone that loathes those car rides?
I don't mind it. I like to do the podcast. Like, I'll find something interesting, and I'll do music for a couple hours, but I like to find something interesting on a podcast and just kind of like just brain rot on that.
What podcasts are you tuning into, or what music are you blasting?
Music-wise, a lot of yacht rock. Yacht rock gets me in a good soothing mood. Podcasts, it could be any genre. It could be like true crime, or like what's a recent one that I did? Conspiracies, like just crazy stuff. Sure. Yeah.
Well, Mitchell Sanford is our guest here on the Ballers pregame show. What have been your first impressions of Oakland and the Bay Area since you joined?
Yeah, like I said, it's been very welcoming. The fans are really great. They're very into the game. Some of the games we've played have been pushing 4 hours, and ninth inning you still have a great crowd, like people rooting for you. So it's been really nice, and it's been good to have the last month of the season being on a team like this, where the fans really care and the team's really just good vibes.
What's it been like to overlap or reunite with your former New Orleans teammate and Tristan Moore? Now you two are Ballers.
Yeah, Tristan's a great dude. We played together for a year in 2023, I think. Yeah, 2023. Great guy, great teammate. As soon as I found out about the trade, I immediately texted him. mainly because I like him. And secondly, I needed him to pick me up from the airport. But yeah, he's a great guy. We learned a lot from each other in 2023, and it's been fun with him.
Before I let you go, anything else that you're hoping to accomplish as we head down this home stretch here with the final games here in Oakland?
Man, just win as many games as possible. That'd be cool if we made some type of push. That would be pretty sick. I know we have a lot ahead of us, but that would be cool if we made a little push.
Well, Mitchell, you were a triple shy of the cycle yesterday, and we're looking forward to what's in store today. Thanks again for the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's Mitchell Sanford with us here on the Ballers pregame show. Back after this here on Ballers TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alexis Avera. And presenting our nation's flag, Manny Vasquez.
We are just a few moments away from first pitch here in Marysville. It's another scorching hot evening up here in Yuba County. 102 degrees right now, our game time temperature. There is not much of a breeze. It is intense, but we have been here before, and we're going to do it again all weekend. Temperature is expected to be in the triple digits up here in Marysville. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. They are presented to you by Rubenstein. And beginning for Oakland and for Aaron Miles, this is his starting lineup. Logan Johnstone, the rookie out of Vanderbilt, the Los Gatos native, bats first and is in center. Isai Santos hits second and is at second base. Jake Allgaier, the third baseman, hits third. Jeter Ibarra is the first baseman, batting fourth, just a homer away from becoming Oakland's single-season home run king. Jaden Kalora catches and bats fifth. Noah Blythe is the right fielder, batting sixth. Mitchell Sanford, the left fielder, as you just heard on the pregame show, bats seventh, and he is in left field. Tristan Moore, the designated hitter, hits eighth, and TJ Rogers is the shortstop, batting ninth. Once again, that's Johnstone, Santos, Allgaier, Ibarra, Kalora, Blythe, with Sanford, Moore, and Rogers for the Ballers, who come into this game with a record of 11-10 in the second half, 33-36 overall. This is game number 70, and they have won a season best 6 in a row. Meanwhile, for Yuba-Sutter, this is Frank Gonzalez's starting lineup. In right field and leading off is the right fielder Zeb Rose. Cam Uran, the left fielder, hits second. Cooper Hext, he had a big series against Oakland last time around. He bats third and is in center. Zach Chamizo, the designated hitter, hits fourth. Andrew Kirchner, the first baseman, hits fifth. Diego Aragon is the starting catcher, batting sixth. Jordan Donahue, the second baseman, bats seventh. Isaac Nunez, the third baseman, hits eighth. And batting ninth is the shortstop, Tevin Dixon. Once again, that's Rose, Uran, Hext, Chamizo, Kirchner, Aragon, Donahue, Nunez, and Dixon for the Freebirds, who are being introduced onto the field as we speak. Here is the defense for Yuba-Sutter tonight. In the outfield, from left to right, Cam Uran in left, Cooper Hext in center, Zeb Rose in right. On the infield, Isaac Nunez at third base, Tevin Dixon at short, Jordan Donahue at second, Andrew Kirchner at first, and behind the plate doing the catching is Diego Aragon. For tonight's starting right-hander, it is the 23-year-old from Gainesville, Florida, and he is making his pro debut, to my understanding. It is Luke Ridley, the right-hander from the University of West Georgia in the Atlantic Sun Conference, and just signed recently to the team. His numbers this past year with the University of West Georgia: in 12 starts, a 3-2 record, a 6.63 ERA, 58 and a third innings pitched. He struck out 54 and walked 44. Spent a couple of seasons at the junior college level at Polk State and Central Florida Community College. 1 year then at Old Dominion before wrapping up his college career at the University of West Georgia. So the Ballers will get their first look at Ridley tonight and this season. These two sides faced off not that long ago, just about a week or so ago. Oakland traveled up to Marysville for the first time this season, and they only won 1 of 3. The Freebirds handling business and protecting home field by securing a rubber match win on Thursday, July 30th, which was a bit of a setback for Oakland and their second half playoff hopes after losing 7 in a row to start and then gaining series wins against Long Beach and Boise to only have that setback with the series loss to Yuba-Sutter. As Logan Johnstone, the rookie out of Los Gatos, stands in the lefty box, and the first pitch of the ball game is a big curveball taken down the middle for a called strike one at 72 miles an hour. First pitch delivered at 6:39 p.m. local time here in Marysville. The 0-1 is up high with the fastball, 1 ball, 1 strike. And as a friendly reminder, all games up here in Yuba-Sutter are called via ABS. Balls and strikes are exclusively via the ABS challenge system. As here's a slow roller to second, fielded by Donahue, and Johnstone rolls out to second for the first out of the ball game.
Second baseman, number 9, Isar Santos.
They have their own, like, heckled button.
Our umpires for today calling balls and strikes is Justin Harvey with the assist of the full ABS. Ron Adams at third base, and Kate Hart is at first. Two familiar faces that we've seen in Oakland. First pitch to Santos is swung on and missed on the fastball for strike one.
That's how this whole thing got started.
So the Ballers have won 6 in a row, coming off a 6-game sweep over Red Pocket. Yuba-Sutter has lost 6 in a row, as Santos takes a fastball high, 1 ball, 1 strike. They lost 3 to Modesto in Modesto, before then losing 3 here at home to the Roadsters. The 1-1 is a breaking ball in the dirt 2 balls and a strike on each side. Big game for him yesterday against Red Pocket. He fell a triple shy of the cycle and reached base 5 times, including a 2-run home run to left. 2-1. Is a breaking ball lifted to deep right field. Back goes Rose. He's looking up, and that ball is gone. Isai Santos launches his 13th home run of the year. Got a hanging breaking ball, and he hits it over the 15 or so foot high wall and right, and 2 batters in, Oakland leads 1-0. And on our Sonic Internet home run tracker, that is home run number 136 on our Sonic Internet home run tracker. Your home run tracker brought to you by Sonic Internet. Here's Jake Allgaier, who takes a fastball up and away for ball 1. Well, the Ballers jumped all over Red Pocket in the first 2 innings yesterday with 12 runs in the first 2, including 4 in the first and then 8 in the second. 1-0. Fastball clips the outside for a called strike 1, 1-1. And the offense has been just clicking on all cylinders. 18 runs in each of the last 3 games for the Ballers. And everyone's numbers individually have gone up as well. The 1-1 is grounded to third weakly. Nunez stays down on the tricky hop and then fires across the diamond to get Allgaier for out number 2.
First baseman.
2 down for Jeter Ibarra.
Jeter Ibarra.
Who is on the cusp of being in the record books. 31 home runs. He is tied with Christian Almanza for the single season home run lead as he takes a fastball down the middle for strike 1, 0-1. 1 home run away from becoming Oakland's single season home run record holder. Ridley over the hand windup comes home. And it's a fastball up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ballers tonight in their road greens, as you see, for those tuning in on HTN. Ballers across the chest in yellow block lettering. The 1-1 is grounded softly in the right center field for a base hit. That looked like a changeup. Low in the strike zone. There was going to be a ball about shin high, but Ibarra takes it out and shoots it in the right center for a 2-out single. And up to the plate comes the catcher, Jaden Calora. Calora lefty facing the righty Ridley. First pitch is a fastball up and in for ball 1. This is game 1 of a 3-game weekend series. We'll be back home on Tuesday to take on the Modesto Roadsters at Ramondi Park. 1-0 is in the dirt and blocked by the catcher Aragon. 2 balls, no strikes. But look, if you have a chance to win 2 of 3 here in Yuba and get to 13-11 by the end of this weekend. Next pitch is a breaking ball high and outside, 3-0. Or even a sweep if you can really ride this momentum to get to 14-10 and position yourself nicely for a critical next 2 weeks against Modesto and Long Beach. 3-0. Fastball is low and in, ball 4. So 2 men on with 2 out for Noah Blythe. It would really set Oakland nicely considering how poorly they started off the second half. A 14-10 mark to then face the 2 best teams right now in the second half, Modesto and Long Beach, and 2 prime chances to gain some more ground. First pitch to Noah is a breaking ball high and in for ball 1. Blythe is hitting .320, 10 home runs, 41 runs batted in. It's good to see him back in the starting lineup after on Wednesday he took a ball off the shin. He fouled one off of his foot, that shin foot area. The 1-0 is fouled back into the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now he did stay in the game, finished out the at-bat, and he played one or two more innings in the field before eventually being replaced by Nick Leahy. Or excuse me, he was replaced by Isai Santos. Ridley holds at the chest, 1-1. It's a slider low and outside, 2 balls and a strike. Oakland 1, Yuba-Sutter nothing on the solo home run by Isai Santos. Oakland continuing to threaten with 2 men on second and first and 2 down. And now Ridley steps off the rubber. He'll reset. First disengagement used by the righty, who's making his pro debut. The 2-1. Slider low and away. Ball skips past the catcher Aragon to the backstop, and the wild pitch allows Ibarra to advance to third and Calora to advance to second. I tell you what, there's no such thing as scoring too many runs in the first if Oakland can do so, because Yuba-Sutter scored 10 in one of those games when they last met. A 10-run first inning for the Freebirds. 3-1 is up and in with a fastball, ball 4. Bases loaded for Mitchell Sanford.
Who wants a bibbidi-bobbidi brew? It's tonight's beer batter.
So right now Ridley has not really found any control with his stuff. The fastball's been missing. The breaking ball has not been landing in the location he'd like. And Oakland is just, credit to them, not chasing. They have not expanded the strike zone. First pitch to Mitchell is a fastball high for ball 1. And frankly, you don't have to help out these pitchers when you are in the hands of the full ABS. The 1-0. Sanford, did he swing and miss or he fouled it? I believe he just swung and missed at a fastball. The ball skipped past the catcher Aragon to the backstop, and they might have gone crossed up. It's the first time these two are working together, and yeah, now that I'm seeing the replay, Aragon definitely got crossed up. He was expecting a breaking ball. Instead, he got a fastball, and Sanford swung and missed. Either way, it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count on the former Gateway Grizzly. Traded to Oakland a couple of weeks ago for a player to be named later. From the windup, the 1-1. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. And there's actually here in Marysville where Sanford made his Ballers debut. Arrived on a Monday, and then the next day up in Marysville making his debut. 2-1, big breaking ball finds the inside for a called strike. It's now 2-2. That's a big loopy curveball from Ridley at 73 miles an hour. Deuce is wild on Sanford, but the bases loaded. 1-0 Oakland. The pitch is in the dirt and blocked by Aragon. It's now a full count. Tristan Moore, the DH, waits on deck. Ibarra at third, Calora at second, Blythe at first. They'll get head starts after Ridley throws from the line. There they go, the 3-2. Breaking ball lifted into fairly deep right center. Hext shuffles to his left and makes the catch to end the inning. Ballers strand the bases loaded, but they do get one on the Isai Santos solo homer to right, his 13th of the season. puts Oakland in front 1-0. And when we head to the bottom of the first, Hunter Day takes the hill here on Ballers Radio.
After the game. Now, I can't have all the fun alone, so please help me welcome the baddest bird in baseball, Willie the Wild Chicken! Let's hear it for Willie! Hey, let's hear it again for Adventist Health bringing tonight's fireworks show. Now, there's a bit of a Bryant Field tradition for every game. We like to get our Freebirds chant going on, so the way it works is when I say free, you say birds, all right? Ready? Free! 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 All right, let's keep that energy up all night long, and let's go Freebirds!
Home half of the first, 1-0 Oakland our score on the Eastside Santos home run. Let's take a look at the Oakland defense for tonight. Beginning in the outfield, Mitchell Sanford in left, Logan Johnstone in center, Noah Blythe in right. On the infield, Jake Allgaier's at third base, TJ Rogers at short, Eastside Santos at second, Jeter Ibarra at first, and behind the plate doing the catching is Jaden Kalora. For tonight's starting righty, it's a 24-year-old from Richfield, Minnesota, Hunter Day, who pours in the first pitch fastball down the middle for a called strike one. Against Zeb Rose, the righty. The right fielder batting .286 with no home runs and 8 batted in, a 1. Slider is on the outside for a called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Day is appearing for a 9th time this year. This is his 8th start. He holds a 7.20 ERA in 35 innings. From the windup, his 0-2 is up and in with a slider. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 26 strikeouts, 18 walks for the soft tossing righty. He last threw on Saturday against Red Pocket. 1-2. Changeup is hit high and deep to left center field. Sanford looking up, and this one is gone. It's a leadoff homer for Zeb Rose. Gets a hold of a hanging changeup and sails it over the left center field wall, and just like that, we're tied at 1 here in the first. 372 feet the distance, and that is the first home run for Rose this year since rejoining the club. First pitch to Uran is a fastball on the outside for a called strike 1. Rose, who was in Quebec to start out the year in the Frontier League. Here's a 0-1 roller to second, fielded by Santos. The off-balance throw to first is not in time. Uran beats it out for an infield single. One on, nobody out for Cooper Hex. And look, Yuba-Sutter is very capable of putting up a big first inning, as we saw 2 Tuesdays ago. They scored 10 in the first as Hex takes a breaking ball low. 1 ball, no strikes. That was a start where Reed Butts struggled with command and he couldn't record an out against 7 batters. Next pitch is a changeup on the outside for a strike. 1-1. You better believe Yuba is going to be competing hard for a victory. What's been a really tough season for them. 1-1 is pulled on the ground. Just foul, says first base umpire Kate Hart. And thank goodness, because the first bounce on that grounder appeared to be fair. So it must have crossed over the line just as she was seeing that ball leave her vantage point. As it was hit hard off the bat of Hext. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Yuba-Sutter center fielder. Day throws, and Hext hits it foul down the left field line.
Wow, that was way foul.
Oakland 1, Yuba-Sutter 1. Just underway here in the first inning. Day holds at the belt. He throws, and it's a fastball just off the corner outside for ball 2. This is the 10th meeting between these two sides this year. Oakland has won 6 of 9 meetings this year. The pitch is a changeup just off the corner, low and away, and it's a full count. See if Uran takes off. He does have decent speed at first. And he checks on him, Day, and Uran dives in safely. Shortstop Rogers is behind second base. Next pitch is flied to left. Hit pretty deep. It's carrying now for Sanford. He reaches up and makes the grab as he hits the wall and left. Well, Hext just backspin that ball all the way to the warning track and to the wall. And I think it caught Sanford a little bit by surprise because he broke in initially, then started retreating back before reaching up to make the catch as he hit his back up against the wall. So a nice play for the first down, and here comes Zach Chamizo. First pitch to the lefty is a fastball low and in for ball 1. Day made 1 appearance in relief to start out his baller's career. Next pitch, runner goes, and Chamizo chops it softly and off the runner, Uran. And he's going to be out. Uran ran on the pitch, and that bouncer hit him as Rogers, the shortstop, was getting ready to field the baseball. So he is declared out. It actually is a base hit on the scorecard for Chamizo. He gets credit for a hit, but Uran is out. 2 outs for Kirchner. First pitch is a fastball on the outside for a called strike. 0-1. Well, as I was saying, Day made 1 relief appearance before then being inserted into the starting rotation in late June. 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and it's 0-2. And he's been in the rotation ever since. Steady arm for Jim Dietrich. Someone that you sort of know what you're going to get with Hunter. He's going to throw strikes. He's not going to light up the velocity, but he will be a competitor. Next pitch to Kirchner is lined softly into left, and that's down for a base hit. Chamizo the second. Chamizo the second. Kirchner with a single. 2 down for Aragon. Aragon, a lefty, batting .311, 3 home runs, 29 batted in First pitch is lined to the second baseman, Santos, who makes the grab, and that will end the inning. 1 run in on 4 hits for Yuba-Sutter. The home run by Rose ties it at 1. As we go to the second, 1-1 as we head to the second here on Ballers Radio.
Congratulations to all the names you've been selected as contestants for tonight's fitted sheet race. Scott McGahee, Henry McGahee, Hunter McPherson, Alicia McPherson, is 4-2 while Maggie at the information stand. Scott and Henry McGahee and Hunter and Alicia McPherson, is 4-2 while Maggie at the information stand.
Top of the second inning, Ballers up to bat with the score even at 1. Timeout for our Caltrans keys to the game, and my keys for tonight for Oakland, I think number 1 is to maintain the positive energy that they've created over the last week against Red Pocket. Temperatures are going to be high all weekend long, so they have to maintain the positive energy and the good vibes this weekend. And number 2, as Moore takes the ball low, for Hunter Day, if he can induce ground balls and keep it on the ground. The 1-0 pitch is a curveball taken down the middle for a strike, 1-1. If he can induce grounders and keep the ball out of the air as much as possible, especially in a hitter-friendly ballpark like Bryant Field, with how thin the air is going to be as well, that will certainly help him for success. As Moore takes a strike, it is 1-2 on the rookie out of Point Loma. Ridley over the head windup throws, and Moore inside out swings a pitch into left for a foul ball into the stands. 1-2.
May I have your attention, please? Will Scott Henry. Scott and Henry, please report to the
A .333 batter, a home run, 13 batted in for Tristan. In 11 games thus far with the Ballers. From the windup, the 1-2. Check swing on a high fastball, and on the appeal, no, says the third base umpire, Ron Adams. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Moore. He hit his first professional homer in the series against Red Pocket. 1-2. Breaking ball outside, 2-2. Now he hit a homer in the knockout round up in, I should say, down in Long Beach. Just his 3rd pro game, but it didn't count in the stat sheet. 2-2 is fouled back into the screen. But he finally now has a home run under his name, under his baseball reference page, after homering on Wednesday, a game where he fell a triple shy of the cycle. The 2-2 is up and away with the breaking ball, and that was ball 4.
The shortstop, number 6, T.J. Rogers.
3rd walk issued by Ridley, and here comes T.J. Rogers.
I know.
TJ hitting .375, 2 home runs, 10 batted in for the USF Dawn. First pitch is a fastball just off the outside, ball 1. For those that are curious how we were able to determine whether a pitch is a ball or a strike here in Yuba, next pitch is whacked to left field, down the line. This is fair. To the left field corner, hits the .325 marker. Moore speeds into third and is held there by Aaron Miles. And TJ Rogers has a double to put 2 men in scoring position with nobody out for the top of the lineup. Here comes Logan Johnstone.
Center fielder, number 7, Logan Johnstone.
There is a video board in right that displays the ABS strike zone. And after every pitch, it'll flash red or green, depending on if it's a ball or a strike. So it'll show the location of the pitch, and it'll flash red if it's a ball. Ridley's first pitch to Johnstone is a fastball high for ball 1. So that time it showed the pitch up high in the strike zone, and then the inner part of the zone is colored in red, signifying a ball. Ridley works from the windup with men in scoring position. Next pitch is a fastball down the middle for a called strike, and so that time shows the fastball in the heart of the zone, and then it flashes green, signifying a strike. Here's a 1-1 from Ridley. Johnstone leaves a changeup blown away. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's got to be interesting, though, as a home plate umpire, knowing that you're wearing all the equipment. You got the chest protector. You have all the equipment. 2-1. Breaking ball is high, ball 3, and you're wearing the protective mask. Yet you are under the mercy of the ABS, as Justin Harvey is doing here tonight. He's looking up at that right field scoreboard with each and every pitch. Here's the 3-1. Johnstone cracks one to deep right field. Rose barely moves. That baby is gone. He tallied his first hit and RBI as a pro during the Red Pocket Series, and now he has his first professional home run. It's a 3-run shot off the bat of the Los Gatos native, Logan Johnstone. And Oakland now leads 4-1. Make sure you get that baseball for Logan. He hit 10 home runs in Vanderbilt this past year, as Santos takes a fastball up and away for ball 1. He's got some pop. He's hit the ball very well through his first 2 professional games, and now he has his first home run. 1-0. Santos swings and misses at a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. I must say, the TrackMan data has to be fooling us. I mean, it has to be lying, because it said that home run traveled 278 feet, which that just can't be right. Next pitch to Isai is a fastball on the outside for a called strike 2. Well, hey, he can go home to his family and say he hit a 278-foot home run for his first professional homer. I don't think very many professionals can claim they hit a 278-foot home run. Of course, we're joking with the TrackMan. 1-2 pitches in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Santos. He homered for a 13th time this season, back in the first, and here he pokes one into left field for a base hit. Just completely sold out. No lower half in that swing as he reached out on that fastball that was almost in the righty batter's box, and he pokes it in the left for a single. Still nobody out. The first 4 have reached. And here is Allgaier.
It was a beautiful move. I hit that leg and said, I said, oh. You know how you hear some snap? I said, oh.
4-1 Oakland, second inning. First pitch to Jake is a fastball, excuse me, a breaking ball up and away for ball one.
Well, I was doing some old school popping and locking, bro. And then I locked up for real.
He went down like this. He went.
Ridley is standing in the sun. Allgaier in the shade. Next pitch, runner goes, and Allgaier pops it up behind the plate. It is playable for Aragon, who makes the grab as he runs into the netting by the Ballers' dugout. One down for Ibarra. Allgaier popped that ball up on the extended warning track, and Aragon just had enough room to make a backhanded catch before pressing the glove up against the netting for safety. Here is Ibarra. Santos runs. The pitch is a called strike. Throw down to second on a bounce. Skips in the center. And Isai will hold at second base with his 12th stolen base of the year. He's only been caught twice this season.
Just that beat.
0-1 to Ibarra is taken high for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. A single back in the first for Jeter. 357 batter, 31 home runs, 79 runs batted in. 1-1 pitch is fouled off of the catcher Aragon. That might have nicked him in the leg. Count now 1-2. Jeter leads the team in batting average, home runs, and RBI. A home run away from breaking Christian Almanza's single season home run record of 31. And now Aragon is going to get looked at by the head athletic trainer for Yuba-Sutter. Aragon appears to be okay. I think this is just to give him an extra minute or two as a courtesy. Is it me, or have we seen a lot of catchers taking hits behind the plate, not just from Oakland, but from, I think it's primarily opposing catchers the last, what, 2 or 2.5 weeks. Next pitch to Ibarra is rolled softly to second, fielded by Donahue, and he throws out Ibarra for out number 2. Santos advances to third.
Oh, there's a mascot. 2
down for Calora. I mean, between Nick Poss and Aragon and Josiah Chavez, they've just become magnets behind the plate, not for the right reasons. Santos at third, 2 down, 3-run lead for Oakland. It's 4-1 in the second. First pitch to Jaden is a fastball very high for ball 1. Laura drew a walk in his first plate appearance against Ridley. Chest high set, next pitch is a fastball low. 2-0 on Calora. Not a bad turnout so far here in Yuba-Sutter. There's a good group of fans down the first base line in the first base bleachers. 2-0 fastball is low, 3-0. Lower bowl, decently filled, and I'm sure they will have some more fans file in as the temperatures cool down. If they do. 3-0. Fastball on the low outside corner is called a strike. 3-1. 99 degrees as it stands right now up here in Marysville. 3-1. Breaking ball is low and in for ball 4. Ridley has walked 4 now. Calora has walked twice, and here comes Blythe.
Maybe I'll think about it.
Chance for Oakland to win its 7th in a row. Here's Noah. First offering is sent the other way to right. It's hit well. Back at the wall. It's off the top of the wall. Comes back onto the field. Blythe is digging for 2. He's in there with the feet for a slide. Santos scores. Calora to third, and Oakland now leads it 5-1 as Noah Blythe came just a few feet away from an opposite field 3-run homer. The wall, most of the way around, is about 15 or 20 feet high, and Noah hit the very tippy top of that wall before it bounced back to the right fielder, Rose. If he just hit that a little higher, that would have been a 3-run opposite field shot. Instead, the first pitch to Sanford from Ridley is popped up foul for strike 1. So with that base hit, Blythe with 42 runs batted in. And he has now collected a hit in 11 straight. It's an 11-game hit streak for Blythe. 0-1 on Sanford. The lefty awaits the 0-1. And he takes a fastball high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ridley is certainly laboring. This is already 63 pitches in. Next one is fouled back by Sanford, 1-2. And the Yuba-Sutter bullpen is hot in right field. It is the lefty Isaiah Williams loosening up in right for the Freebirds. One and two. And the pitch is fouled away down the left field line. Oakland 5, Yuba-Sutter 1. 4 runs here in the second, thanks to a 3-run homer by Johnstone and a solo home, RBI double by Blythe. The 1-2 pitch is blocked in the dirt by Aragon. 2-2. Well, Ridley threw the second most innings and struck out the second most batters on the team at the University of West Georgia. He was one of their weekend starters on either Friday or Saturday nights. 2-2. Sanford hits a fly ball in the shallow right, and the right fielder Rose lays out to make a sprawling catch to end the inning. If he doesn't make that play, that's 2 runs in for Oakland, and who knows, maybe Sanford ends up at third base. Oakland scores 4 in the second. We head to the bottom of the second. 5-1 Ballers here on Ballers Radio.
Is a educational center from pre-K through 12th grade. Stop by their table for more details. Classes begin September 8th, so enroll today. Train Life, Live Life, USA is the outdoor adventure for ages 5 through 17. Opening Tuesday, 6 p.m. at the Church of God Tiny, 1179 Weaver Road. Sign up for more information. right here at Bryant Fields. Fraternus is a Catholic men mentorship program built to coach men and young men in virtue.
Heffernan Insurance Brokers has been helping people make smart decisions since day one, offering business insurance, personal home and auto, employee benefits, and retirement and wealth management. Make a smart decision for your business or family today. Visit Heffernan Insurance Brokers online at hefins.com. Excuse me, as Jordan Donahue takes a first pitch fastball up and away for ball one. The 1-0 from Day is a fastball outside, 2 balls and no strikes. 5-1 Oakland our score after Oakland scored 4 in the second. From the windup, Day delivers. And Donahue smacks a line drive into right center for a base hit. It splits the gap and rolls all the way to the bottom of the wall. And with his speed, he easily gets into second with a double. Leadoff double. Here comes Isaac Nunez, the third baseman. Modesto against Yuba-Sutter this past week just feasted on the Freebirds pitching. 5 of the 6 games they scored in double figures. First pitch to Nunez is a breaking ball outside, ball 1. Including wins of 22-1, 14-4, 15-0, and 10-4. A look at second by Day, the 1-0. This breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nunez hitting .216, 2 home runs, 15 batted in. 1-1. Slider, swing, and a miss. And Day goes back to that sweeping slider. He's a 3-pitch guy, a fastball that'll sit in the mid-80s, a changeup and a slider for Day, and he'll use all 3 pretty equally. A glance at second, the 1-2. Slider ripped on the ground into left for a base hit. Donahue advances to third and stops there. And Nunez this time got a hanging slider over the middle of the plate and ripped it into left for another single. Here is Dixon now. First pitch is a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike 1. 0-1. Dixon hitting .249, 5 home runs, 35 batted in. Spin throw to first. And back in safely is Nunez. Hey, I got a question for you guys in the chat. Does the HTN scorebug say 5-1 as a score or 4-1? Let me know in the chat. Next pitch is cut on and missed. Good slider. 0-2. Infield is back. They will trade a double play for a run, holding a 4-run lead. Here's a pitch, and Dixon rolls it softly to short. Rogers has to turn it quickly. They get the out at second for 1. The turn to first is not in time. It's a 5-2 Oakland lead as Dixon brings home a run on the fielder's choice ground ball. Nunez is forced out. 1 down for Zeb Rose. Okay, looks like everyone's saying it's 4-1. We'll try to get that corrected. Or now it's 5-2, I should say now. First pitch to Rose. This is grounded on one hop to short. Rogers underhands to second for one. Santos is turned to first. That's a double play, and that ends the frame. So Day gave up a couple base hits, a double and a single to lead off the frame, but it's a ground ball and then a double play ground ball. 1 run on 2 hits for Yuba. Through 2, it is 5-2 Ballers here on Ballers Radio.
Tonight, and it is very, very tough. Willie won. Willie and I raced. It was really bad. Cheer him on, fans! Come on!
Leading off for Oakland, the designated hitter, number 10, Tristan Moore.
Top of the 3rd inning, Ballers up to bat. Beginning with Tristan Moore, the DH, against Luke Ridley. First pitch from Ridley is a fastball belted foul down the left field line towards the bouncy house. Lands behind the bouncy house for strike 1. Oakland leads 5-2. Gareth Kwok live in Marysville this weekend. 0-1. Fastball is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. We left Ramondi Park today at about 11 a.m. Got to our hotel at around 1 o'clock. 1-1. Fastball is high and outside. 2 balls and a strike. And as soon as we exited the bus, we all wished that we were back in Oakland due to how hot it is up here. Next pitch is waved and missed. 2-2. I mean, the heat just hits you so hard and fast, like a sauna. And luckily our wonderful bus driver Victor kept us nice and cool with the air conditioning. 2-2. Breaking ball is grounded on a hop. Nice pick by Donahue at second, and he throws out Moore via step for out number 1. A fine scoop on the forehand by Donahue, who decided at the last second to play that topspin liner on a bounce, and he did so very nicely for the first out. 1 out, base is empty for TJ Rogers. First pitch from Ridley is a fastball low for ball 1. He kept us cool and comfortable on the bus, and then when we got off the bus to check into our hotel, I mean, the heat up here is just so intense. Fastball on the 1-0 is up and in. 2 balls, no strikes. That's all that anyone can talk about when you get up here and see how intense it is. 2-0. Rogers sends a fly ball to left center field. Heck sprints after it, now slows down and makes a basket catch hit high in deep left center for out number 2. And I was asking some of the guys after we got lunch today, hey, did it feel this hot last year? And they all agreed that it did not feel this hot last season. Yes, it was hot relatively speaking, maybe in the 90s, but not in the upper 90s, the triple digits. First pitch to Johnstone is a changeup blown away for ball 1. The 1-0 from Ridley. Breaking ball is low, 2-0. You take into consideration the team warming up for batting practice, and they take ground balls in this heat at around 4:30, 5 o'clock. 2-0. Fastball well outside, 3-0. And then for the game itself, I mean, yes, the temperature cools down a little, but it's a slow and steady cooling of the weather up here. Next pitch is a fastball at the belt for a called strike, 3-1. So you combine the, hour and a half, 2-hour warm up, and yes, they are in the clubhouse taking some time to stay out of the heat. 3-1, breaking ball, outside corner, called a strike, 3-2. And then they're out here on the field for a good 3 hours. It's a long day in this heat. That can really tire you out and drain you. 5-2 Oakland, top of the 3rd. Base is empty. The payoff pitch to Johnstone is a fastball outside. A check swing down the 3rd. Appeal by Ron Adams. And he says he did not go. Which it didn't look like from up here. 2-out walk. That is the 5th issued by Ridley, and that's it for him. Frank Gonzalez has pointed to the bullpen in right field. It would have been a 3-up, 3-down frame. Instead, with Santos coming up, Frank Gonzalez is turning to his lefty when we come back. Oakland leads 5-2. Freebirds make a call to the bullpen here on Ballers Radio in the 3rd.
Have your attention, please. Now pitching for your Freebirds, number 25, Isaiah Williams. Quick reminder, Freebirds fans, it's Fireworks Friday, sponsored by Adventist Health.
Yuba-Sutter turns to its bullpen early on this Friday night in Marysville. It's the top of the 3rd, and Luke Ridley, the starter, has been replaced by the left-hander Isaiah Williams. Williams, the 22-year-old from Stockton, and he is in for a 16th time this season. 1-2 record, a 5.32 ERA for the southpaw. 22 innings, 20 walks, 16 strikeouts. He did earn his first pro win against the Ballers last time they faced off. First pitch to Santos is a breaking ball down the middle for a called strike 1. 0-1. Oakland leads by 3, 5-2. Johnstone at first. Next pitch is low and away. Or, excuse me, that was a called strike. I keep forgetting. I need to look at the monitor in right field to see whether it's a ball or a strike. I can't look at the umpire. It did clip the bottom of the strike zone. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Williams throws, and Santos takes outside for a ball, 1-2. Williams, who pitched collegiately at Jackson State and San Jose State. Runner goes. The 1-2 is in the dirt, and Aragon, the catcher, can't get the ball out of his glove, and Johnstone now collects his first professional stolen base. So he's just about checked off all the boxes. First pro hit, RBI, home run, and now stolen base. I guess we're just waiting on first pro triple. Here's the 2-2. Santos fouls it off down the left field line. The count remains 2-2 on Isai, who's homered in this game. He has singled. 13 home runs now on the year for Santos. Williams throws, and Santos takes down and away with a slider, and it's a full count. Two outs. Allgaier is on deck. A look at second. Williams now throws, and Santos hits a fly ball to deep right center field. Hex chases after it, and he makes a high backhanded catch as he runs up to the wall in right center. What a great play from Hex to chase down a fly ball that was ticketed for extra bases off the bat of Isai. Oakland does not score in the third. They strand one on the walk. Home half of the third coming up. It's 5-2 Oakland on Ballers Radio.
The least amount of balls on each side's going to win when time's up. Fans, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go! Here we go. Looks like the right side is, oh boy. We got to keep them all inside the clean zone here. But right now, the right side is losing. Got to get over on that left side, guys. Get that ball. There's still 2 giant volleyballs on the right side. Now it's even. Those balls are a lot heavier than they look. I promise you that. There we go. Right now, the left side is winning. Both balls are on the right side. It's even score right now. We got to try to keep the balls inside the playing zone, guys. Oh, no! Ball out of the zone. 1 ball left. This is it. It all comes down to this. Who's going to have that ball on their side when time is up? That's the assistance of the top post there. Got to keep it away. Closer. Oh, who's won? Who won? Is it the left side? Fans, who won? The left side or the right side? Left side! I think the left side won.
Leading off for your Freebirds, number 12, Cam Yuba-Sutter.
Bottom 3, Freebirds up to bat, beginning with Cam Uran, who takes a fastball outside for ball 1. 5-2 Ballers, game 1 of this 3-game weekend series. Hunter Day back on the mound, deals the 1-0. And he throws a changeup outside for ball 2, 2-0. 30 pitches for Day through the first 2 frames. He's allowed 2 runs on 6 hits, 2-0. Fastball well outside, ball 3. 2, 3, and 4 bats teed up for the Freebirds. Uran, Hext, and Chamizo. From the wind, the 3-0. There's a fastball on the inside for a called strike, 3-1. Day, who hails from Richfield, Minnesota. He was previously with the Fargo Moorhead I was about to say the Red Sox. Red Hawks, as Uran takes a fastball blowing in for ball 1. I mean, I'm surprised I haven't messed that up earlier. The Fargo Moorhead Red Hawks, as Uran draws a walk. It's hard to remember all these different mascots in the American Association and all the other partner leagues. Some of them wackier than others. First pitch to Hext is a fastball inside for ball 1. The minor leagues already has some very, very wacky names. You can think of the Rocket City Trash Pandas and the LA Angels AA affiliate, as Hext hits one off the end of the bat and it rolls in the shallow center for a base hit. You ran to third on that base hit, and I tell you what, Hext did not catch that cleanly on the barrel. He was out in front on that breaking ball, but he caught it off the end of the bat. And the Freebirds have men on the corners with nobody out for Zach Chamizo. Calora's going to go out to talk with Day and try and settle him down. That's now the 8th hit allowed by, the 7th hit allowed by Day in this game. Yuba-Sutter has out-hit Oakland up to this point. Ballers will trade a double play ball for a run. This is exactly how Day began the 2nd inning. Men on the corners, nobody out. Allowed just 1. And he do so again here. First pitch to Chamizo is outside for ball 1. Now he is a pitch to contact thrower, Hunter Day. Now a pickoff throw to first, and they got him! They nail Hext at first base. He took a shuffle off the bag, and Day quickly pivoted and threw to first, and they pick off Hext for the first down of the 3rd. 1-0. Chamizo flies one in the right center. The center fielder Johnstone makes the catch in the gap. That will be plenty deep enough to score Uran from third. So it's a sac fly, 2 outs. It's now 5-3 Ballers here in the 3rd. And how big was that pickoff? That successful pickoff by Day. 2 down for Kirchner. First pitch way outside and high with the breaking ball, 1-0. So a 2-run lead now for Oakland, 5-3. The 1-0 to Kirchner is a changeup on the high outside corner for a called strike. 1-1. I tell you what, that's a pitch in real time that does not look like a strike, but with the ABS, it just clipped the high outside corner. Here's a grounder sharply hit up the middle, and Rogers dives, deflects it with his mitt, and it rolls in the shallow right center for a 2-out hit. Kirchner has his 2nd hit of the ball game. Tying runs coming up to the plate, and Diego Aragon. Meanwhile, Rogers a little slow to get up after diving for that ground ball. Our head athletic trainer, Matthew McElroy, has sprinted out to second to take a look at TJ, who I'm not exactly sure if he felt something in his leg or his arm. It looks to be his leg. They are examining his left leg, and hopefully it was just because of the hard dive that he took trying to field that ground ball. He did lay out pretty hard. Maybe just landed on the hip a little awkwardly is my guess. The Ballers off the bench today have Connor Smith, Nick Leahy, Brendan O'Sullivan, and Cam Buford. 2 out, man on first for Aragon. Left-handed bat, first pitch. He shows bunt, and he pops it up in front of the plate, and Kalura lays out to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Boy, what a surprising decision by Aragon to try and lay down a 2-out bunt. The infield was back, but the execution was poor as Kalura made the grab, and that ends the frame. Another run in for Yuba on 2 hits. We head to the 4th. It's Oakland 5, Yuba-Sutter 3 here on Ballers Radio.
Garcia, Enzo Garcia, Angelo Garcia, Cassett, D. Garcia, Breyer, D. Garcia, and Rex, D. Garcia. Please report to Mama Maggie at the information stand. Romeo Garcia, Enzo Garcia, Angelo Garcia, Cassett, De Garcia, Breyer, De Garcia, and Rex De Garcia. Please report to Mama Maggie at the information stand. We would like to wish a very happy birthday. First, yes, assistant coach of the Ballers, James Harris. And a very special happy birthday. Her first Freebirds game here at Line Field, Jennifer Cosby. She would like to wish happy birthday to Mike Trout, Juniors, and Wayne Knight.
Jake Allgaier leads off for Oakland here in the 4th against Isaiah Williams, and the first pitch is grounded hard in the left past the diving third baseman Nunez for a base hit. Allgaier wastes no time, gets a first pitch fastball and laces it on the ground in the left for a lead-off single.
First baseman number 16, Jeter.
He was Oakland's best hitter in the series against Red Pocket. 15 hits in 25 at-bats. That is a .600 batting average against the Red Pocket staff. 4 home runs, 15 batted in that week. Here's Ibarra now, who takes a big breaking ball at the knees for a called strike 1. Oakland leads by 2, 5-3 after the sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 3rd. Now Williams throws to first to check on Allgaier, who's back in safely standing. Jake's not much of a base stealing threat, only 2 steals for him this year. 0-1. Ibarra leaves it in the dirt and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. He now has a 5 home run cushion for the league lead ahead of the former baller, Justin Trimble. Williams throws, and Ibarra sends it foul off to the left. 1-2. Trimble hit 2 home runs with Oakland in his short tenure before he was then traded to Idaho Falls, where he has exploded for them. Batted over 400, the 24 home runs with the Chuckers. Next pitch to Jeter is high on the 1-2. 2-2 on Ibarra. Jaden Kalura on deck for the Ballers. Williams set the pitch. Ibarra hits a fly ball to left. Back goes Uran. He's on the warning track. He can't make the play. It bounces on the warning track in fair territory. Allgaier is being sent home. The relay throw from left. The tag, not in time. Allgaier comes all the way around the bases from first. The score on the double by Ibarra. And Oakland now leads it 6-3. A lunging effort by Uran in left on that fly ball, perfectly placed into the left field corner. It bounced on the warning track just inside the chalk. And Allgaier never broke stride, never hesitated, and Aaron Miles waved him home. And a head-first slide from Jake just in time and just ahead of the tag from Aragon. RBI number 80 this season for Ibarra, who's at third. First pitch from Williams is a breaking ball outside for ball one. So it's a double, and then Ibarra advanced to third on the throw. He's now 90 feet away. The infield is back for Yuba-Sutter, 1-0 in the dirt and blocked by Aragon. 2 balls and no strikes. I mean, that's the one place you just really don't account for when you're playing defense in the outfield. 2-0 is fouled off to the left, 2-1. The corner out there and left.
It's targeted advertising. It's been going on forever.
Almost felt like it looked like a 9-iron placed perfectly on the green from Jeter. 2-1. Fastball is in tight, 3-1. Just lined it up on the par 3, hole 14, and just plopped that baby right on the left of the green. Next pitch to Ibarra is, Calora is popped up foul. Out of play.
You know, I was wondering about that because of the algorithm. They always talk about the algorithm. And I've noticed
3-1 on Calora, who's walked twice.
click on something, and that would bring you
Williams throws, and Calora chases a breaking ball. You know, I did think the count was full. Scoreboard had it as 3-1, so it is a strikeout for Williams. There's one away. And here comes Blythe. Have they not updated the score on HTN? Here's the pitch to Blythe. It's a fastball outside for ball one. They were, well, actually, I don't know, because it's our first road stream on a Friday in quite a bit. Now a snap throw to third, and Ibarra's in. Safe. So ball one low. They saw Ibarra leaking off the bag. That was Aragon who made the throw. And Ibarra just sneaks in there safely.
Yeah, they want to know what part of the screen your eyes linger on.
2 balls, no strikes.
And they'll start switching things.
Well, we'll get that adjusted. It should be a 6-3 Ballers lead.
Oh, you know what?
Next pitch is grounded sharply into right for a base hit. And make it now 7-3 Ballers as Ibarra touches home. And Noah Blythe has reached base 3 times. It's his second run batted in. 2 runs in for Oakland here in the 4th. It's now 7-3.
Strikes out. We'll be offering $2 beer for the next 10 minutes.
Well, I will let them know at the end of the inning in case, as we hope, if there's any more scoring. Sanford takes a ball in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. At this point, I just know, take care of things at the end of innings. When we have a pause in the action. Here's a fastball fouled back by Sanford. 1-1. Okay, looks like they did make the adjustment.
That's an idea, though.
1 ball, 1 strike on Sanford. Williams fires, and Sanford just golfs it down the line and left. Long run for Nunez, but he watches it sail into the stands foul.
You could, and expose it.
I mean, that's got to be some sort of price gouging.
It is.
1 and 2.
It's illegal.
Just scanning their bank account and determining what they can afford or what they'd be willing to pay and charging the maximum amount that you algorithmically think they would pay.
Absolutely. That's illegal.
1-2. High and outside, 2 and 2. Lots of children in the house for today. There are a lot of families enjoying the game. Some holding their young ones that look as young as what, maybe a year or 2 years old. Williams now throws to first, and back in is Blythe.
Luckily, the monitors, this is my work computer, so I don't have really.
They are
My work computer.
braving the heats. There are some kid-friendly activities for them to do, though, to pass the time. 2-2. Fastball is high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There is a bouncy house in left field, and I mean, it is very active because it's just violently shaking left, right, up, down. There's got to be half a dozen kids in that bouncy house right now. 3-2 pitch is outside for ball 4. So a 2-out walk. Blythe is pushed up to second, and here comes Tristan Moore. I mean, it's just kind of amusing. You'll glance around the ballpark, see what entertains you, and then you look to your left, and then this bouncy house is just violently shaking left, right, almost like a popcorn bag in a microwave. 1 ball, no strikes on Moore. They're having some fun out there. 1-0. Moore wraps one in the right center. That's down for a base hit. Blythe around third. He will score. And Sanford advances to third. Tristan Moore has driven in one with a single. It's a 3-run fourth for the Ballers to make it now 8-3.
The shortstop, number 6, TJ Rogers.
And it's a Yuba staff that's already been heavily used over the past week because of the series they just endured against Modesto, where the Roadsters put up some big-time numbers against them. Frank Gonzalez makes the walk to the mound. Doesn't look like a pitching change, though, because there's nobody warming up in the bullpen. So he'll talk to Williams and the rest of his infield, as it's now a 5-run Oakland lead. They did place one of their primary relievers on the injured list not too long ago, in Sean Weiss.
By downloading the app, you give it permissions to everything on your phone. Your text, your emails, your photos.
Frank Gonzalez is a guy that leans on his guys.
Use it for its affiliates.
First pitch to Rogers is a fastball on the high outside corner for a strike, 0-1. And what I mean by that is he has his 4 or 5 guys, and he's not afraid to use them on back-to-back days, 3 days in a row, short rest. As Rogers swings and misses at a breaking ball, it's now 0-2. If those guys give him the best chance to win the game on that day, he's going to turn to them. The 0-2. Rogers, it's a line drive, and it's missed by the third baseman Nunez. It rolls down the left field line. That allows Sanford to score. Moore advances to second. And we'll have to see what this is scored as. A low line drive off the bat of TJ that was hit hard, but certainly catchable for Nunez at third on a knee, and he just missed it. It's now 9-3 Oakland in the fourth. Here is Johnstone. Left on left, first pitch. In the dirt, blocked by Aragon for ball 1. Is that a hit or an confirmed a hit. So TJ with a 2-hit game. 9 runs in the first 4 innings. 1-0. Johnstone pops it up. Behind second, it's Dixon. The infield fly rule is in effect, and he makes the grab. 2 down for Santos, and for a second time in this game, Oakland's going to send 9 men to the plate in 1 inning.
Santos.
Santos is 2 for 3. He's hit the ball hard 3 times though. First pitch is lined into the right field corner for a base hit. And the carousel starts to turn. In to score is Moore. Here comes Rogers. Santos in at second base with a double. The throw to the plate is late. 2-run, 2-bagger for Isai Santos. It's now 11-3 Oakland in the 4th. They are going wild here in Oakland. I should say here in Yuba-Sutter. The Ballers are going wild with the bats. 11 runs on 12 hits. Isai has driven in 3, and he is now a triple shy of the cycle. Here's Allgaier, who led off the inning with a single. He takes a ball outside. Santos is also just a triple away from Oakland's single season triples record. 1-0 is cut on and missed on a changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I'm not worried about it because I'm close. I'm close. You're there.
6 runs on 6 hits. The pitch is taken low with a changeup, 2-1. Williams looks at second. The 2-1 is rolled foul down the third base line. 2-2. And Williams just has to take this for the team. He's got to go as deep as possible, regardless of perhaps the results, given the bullpen situation for Yuba. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Here it is. And Allgaier swings and misses at a changeup to end the inning. Oakland sends 10 men to the plate, and they score 6 runs on 6 hits. We head to the bottom of the 4th. 11-3 Oakland here on Ballers Radio.
Freebirds fans, if you worked up an appetite from all this cheering, now is a great time to make it over here to the R&R Home Remodeling on Deck Patio. Little known fact, they have some of the best tacos in Yuba-Sutter. In fact, they just added the tandoori chicken tacos. Just try them. They are amazing. Now, if you need to cool down, we have plenty of roast desserts, including even wine slushies and wine by the glass from Motor Family Vineyards. So come down, now's a great time, no line at all. You can go up and grab something close to drink. Now, Willie and I are going to match a walk in the scissors with 2 live tacos, okay? Ready, Willie? Willie Osby Tacos. Yeah, come get some tacos. R&R Home Remodeling on Deck Patio. Let's go Freebirds.
Thanks to Adventist Health. Be sure to stick around 10 minutes after the game to see some blow-up lights in the stars.
Calling all my soldiers, yes.
Jordan Donahue leads off for Yuba-Sutter. It's now 11-3 Oakland after a 6-run fourth. Hunter Day's first pitch fastball clips the outside corner for a called strike one. 6 runs on 6 hits for Oakland to give Day plenty of run support. Next pitch is fouled off the end of the bat for strike 2. 43 pitches in for Day. He's given up 3 runs in 3 innings. Only 1 walk, no strikeouts. His 0-2 to Donahue is a fastball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Day, who started his pro career with the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks, winds and fires. Donahue pulls one down the right field line into the corner. That is fair. Bounces up against the wall. Nice job by Blight to retrieve it. His throw to second is strong and not in time. Well, Day has struggled to retire the leadoff man. The leadoff hitter for Yuba-Sutter has reached in each of the 4 frames. Donahue led off the second with a double. He now leads off the 4th with a double. And here comes Isaac Nunez. Righty on righty matchup. First offering is inside with a slider. Nunez turns away for ball 1. A single back in the second for Nunez. 1-0 is rolled foul over towards the Oakland on deck circle. 1 ball and 1 strike. This is Day's second start this year against Yuba-Sutter. Looks at second, the 1-1. Breaking ball is cued off the end of the bat. It's fielded by Day. Underhands to Ibarra at first for the outs. Donahue advances to third. There's a 1 away for Dixon. And that outing against Yuba-Sutter was his first as a baller. Or I should say, that was his first start as a baller. Came against the Freebirds, and he did a good job. 3 runs allowed in 5 innings, 7 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. First pitch to Dixon is a fastball low for ball 1. And Justin Harvey forgot that he's not calling balls and strikes. Sorry, Justin. ABS is taking over, my friend. Here's a foul ball back behind the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch was below the knees, but close enough where Justin Harvey signaled strike, and Devin Dixon looked at him and said, wait a sec. The board says it's a ball. And then Justin said, oh yeah, you're right. And so he turned his back and signaled that it should be 1-0. The next pitch is a ball, 2-1. Only in the Pioneer League, only in Yuba. The 2-1 fastball is just off the outside, 3-1. And look, this is the one downside of full ABS. You're not going to receive those borderline calls, as Day is not getting here. 3-1. Breaking ball grounded in the left for a base hit. In the score is Donahue. Devin Dixon has driven in second run today. There goes that air horn again that I love to hear every time they score. And it's now 11-4 Ballers. I mean, you just never see that. The umpire calls a strike. The hitter looks at the umpire and says, "You're not calling the balls and strikes, buddy. You know what your role is." And the home plate umpire, Justin Harvey, realizes, "Oh yeah, you're right." Next pitch to Roche is flying in the right center, and it gets past Johnstone, who took a bad angle, and it rolls all the way to the wall. Dixon scores. Roche is digging for a triple, and he has a triple without a throw. So an RBI triple for Zeb Rose. Logan Johnstone did not take a good angle to field that base hit. He closed in and realized he was not going to make the catch, and that ball snuck past him and rolled all the way to the wall. It's now 11-5. First pitch to Uran is low for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. So 2 runs in for Yuba on 3 hits. Next pitch is low at the breaking ball. 2-0. One out in the 4th. Next pitch. Fastball is low. Ball 3. The lefty Tyler Bates is warming up in the bullpen for Oakland. 3-0 from Day is outside, ball 4. Flora's gonna walk out to talk with Day again. Hunter's at 60 pitches on the night.
We're only on the 4th inning. So I told him, I said, do you want to leave on 5:05 time?
We were informed this morning that
He's like, yeah, probably.
tomorrow's game's at 6:35. Well, I should say we were under the impression that all the games were at 6:35 this weekend, tomorrow and Sunday, but we have been notified that Sunday's game has actually been changed. It will be an 11 a.m. start. So for those that initially had 6:35 on their calendars to tune in, it is an 11 o'clock start on Sunday morning, which means we will get home earlier. First pitch to Hex is grounded to second. Santos shovels to second for 1. Turn to first. Oh, they say he's out. And I don't agree with that call from Kate Hart, but Oakland catches a break. Hex grounds into an inning-ending double play. It's a 2-run 4th for Yuba. 11-5 Oakland as we head to the 5th here on Ballers Radio.
Freebirds fans, it is time for our next race. Let's hear it for our contestants, Kaysen, Rhett, and Ryer, Enzo, Romeo, and Angelo. It is our 3-legged wheelbarrow race. They're going to get situated here in just a second and race to our finish lines. This is a feat of strength, endurance, speed, and all those other awesome traits. Contestants, are you ready? One contestant's going to have their hands on the ground with their feet up. The other contestants will pull them. On your mark, get set, go! Race to the finish line. Here we go, our checkered flag fans. Let's hear it for them. Looks like Ryer over here. Oh, we've had a malfunction with one of the wheelbarrows. We're getting closer and closer. Come on, guys, keep going. Push, 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 fans. Cheer on. Congratulations to our contestants. And let's get back to the Freebirds baseball. Let's hear it, fans.
16, Jeter Ibarra.
Jeter Ibarra leads off for Oakland against the new righty Mark Lopez. Fifth inning, 11-5 Ballers lead. 2 runs in for Yuba-Sutter in the bottom of the 4th. Ball 1 is high to Ibarra. 1 ball, no strikes. The righty's 1-0 is a fastball down the middle, taken for a strike, 1-1. Ibarra, Calora, and Blythe, middle of the order, dude up against Lopez, who winds and throws. And Jeter takes a fastball high, 2-1. This is game 1 of a 3-game weekend series. Oakland will face Yuba-Sutter at the end of the year. Next pitch is chopped on the ground to second, backhanded by Donahue, who now throws off balance to first, and it pulls Kirchner off the base, and it's not in time. Infield single for Ibarra, his 3rd hit of the game. And Donahue did all he could to try and keep that from reaching the outfield. He backhanded it on the high hop, but his off-balance throw to Kirchner was wide, and it pulled him off the base. Leadoff man on for Jaden Calora. First pitch is a fastball inside for ball 1. So Mark Lopez in for Yuba, second reliever tonight. 1-0. Fastball is on the inside for a strike. 1-1. 6th appearance for Lopez. He was actually the starting pitcher the last time Oakland faced him. Next pitch is fouled back into the screen. 1-2. That would have been Wednesday, July 29th. He and Christian Diaz faced off, the 2 former Houston Christian righties. Diaz won that battle between the 2 former teammates. Spin throw to first. And back in standing is Ibarra. One ball, 2 strikes. Spin throw to first, and Ibarra dives in safely this time. Second disengagement used by Lopez. 24-year-old from Conroe, Texas. Second stint in the Pioneer League. Here's another pickoff throw to first, and that's the last disengagement used by Lopez, and it'll be a balk that awards Ibarra second base. I mean, why? Why are you picking off more than once on Ibarra, who has no stolen bases this year? Did they have a pick play on or something? 1-2 is high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I just don't quite get that. If you want to throw over to first, check on Ibarra. That's fine. Twice, okay. A 3rd time, no idea what you're doing. 2-2. Calora strikes out swinging. He foul tips the breaking ball into the glove of Aragon for strike 3. 1 down for Noah Blythe. I don't know if Lopez just trying to be cute there and see if he could get him, but I mean, Jeter has attempted only 1 steal this year, and it was not a successful one. First pitch to Blythe. It's bounced into left, a base hit. Ibarra stops at 3rd. Blythe has the magic wand right now. He's 3 for 3 with a double and 2 singles, and Oakland has men on the corners for Mitchell Sanford. Jeff Butt saying that, yeah, it could have certainly been a mental error, just a brain fart for Mark Lopez, who's only making his 6th appearance. He pitched last year in Boise for a couple of outings, but certainly had to have been a brain fart. Here's Sanford. First pitch fastball is high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 6-run lead for Oakland. They are threatening once again. Ibarra at third, Blythe at first, 1 down. The pitch is a fastball low and in, 2 balls, no strikes.
Hallelujah.
Did you invite him?
Yeah, I didn't, but it was in town. But
The pitch is popped up behind the plate, 2-1, out of play.
see Floyd did this. Dan probably had him cooking dinner in. He worked.
Sanford has drawn a walk. He has scored a run, but he's 0 for 2 in the box score. Yuba-Sutter hoping for a double play ball here. The 2-1 is lined sharply into right. Right fielder Rose charges in and makes the catch. Ibarra tags from third, and he scores standing. Mitchell Sanford hit it hard on a line to the right fielder Rose, and it brings home Oakland's 12th run of the night. It is now 12-5 Ballers. So a quality at bat. Good situational hitting from Mitchell Sanford. And with 2 down and Blythe at first, here is Tristan Moore.
You know, when I was young, about Kylie's age, I used to be able to eat whatever.
First pitch from Lopez. It's a fastball up and in for ball 1. In that outing for Lopez against the Ballers
I mean, I would just be like,
about a week ago. I should say, what, maybe 10 days ago? Only 3 in the 3rd innings. 6 runs, 8 hits, 5 of them earned with 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Here's a fastball high for ball 2, and now Aragon wants to talk to his pitcher, Lopez. We do have a couple of roster moves to report that were made before the game today. The right-handed pitcher, Charlie Hurley, was placed on the 10-day injured list. We don't expect it to be a long-term issue for Charlie, but he does need to skip a start this weekend. It actually would have been today. Today would have been his start day, so he needs a little bit of time to recover. 2-0. Moore fouls it back behind the plate, 2-1. The right-handed pitcher, Nathan Darden from the Red Pocket Mobiles, is now has been acquired by Oakland to complete an earlier trade. That was for the TJ McKenzie deal earlier in the season. 2-1. Moore swings and misses at a slider, 2-2. TJ was traded to Red Pocket for a player to be named later, and that player to be named later is Nathan Darden, the reliever. And Oakland has traded for the righty Ren Abe Arias from Red Pocket for cash considerations. 2-2. Moore pops it up, third base side. Nunez gives it a look, and he watches it go out of play. And if you remember how Arias pitched against Oakland back on Sunday, well, he pitched 8 innings of 4-run ball and lasted 130 pitches in before eventually giving up the game-tying grand slam to Jeter Ibarra. He left it all out there. It was such an admirable performance that Oakland traded for him. Next pitch to Moore is fouled back behind the plate. Still 2-2 on Tristan. I mean, for 8 innings, he really kept Oakland mostly off balance. And he's now in the rotation. He's scheduled to pitch on Sunday. Here's the 2-2. Moore pops it up foul over towards third. So Ren Abe Arias acquired. Nathan Darden acquired. Charlie Hurley on the injured list. Those are the moves made today by Oakland. 2-2. Bounced up the middle. It hits off the backside of Lopez. He can't recover. Not enough time as Blythe advances to second, and Moore has his second hit of the night. Well, Lopez got a weak ground ball, but it hit him in the behind. And it ricocheted behind him, and by the time he grabbed the baseball, Moore was already going to touch first base.
The shortstop, number 6, TJ Rogers.
So the inning continues. Here's TJ Rogers. First pitch from Lopez. TJ takes a breaking ball outside for ball 1. So we're very happy to have Darden and Arias with us now. They both didn't have to go very far to join their new teams. Let's just say that. 1-0. Rogers pops it up over towards first, and this will get out of play.
May I have your attention, please?
And I must say, I'm looking forward to seeing Arias pitch on Sunday.
License plate 9PD.
For him to just slog it out 130 pitches and lay it out all on the field, despite a losing effort for Red Pocket in a game that they probably should have won. 1-1 is up and in. 2 balls. I made the same mistake. I keep looking at the umpire instead of looking at the scoreboard. It's a strike on the high inside corner. 1-2. Boy, his curveball, Arias, was really sharp. Next pitch. That is a called strike 3, as ruled by ABS. Not called by Justin Harvey. The scoreboard rings up TJ Rogers, and that will end the inning. A run in for Oakland on 3 hits on the sac fly by Sanford. We're halfway home here in Yuba-Sutter. It is 12-5 Ballers here on Ballers Radio.
Have your attention, please. Will Braden Flecker please report to the information stand to meet up with Mama Maggie for the next on-field game? Will Braden Flecker please report to Mama Maggie at the information stand for the next on-field game?
Freebirds fans love visiting Atlanta tonight. Keep your eyes on our video board as the camera lands on you. Hurry up, it's time for the kiss cam. Oh, they see a big scoop. Oh, you gotta love that. There's some lovebirds in there trying to. There we go. Big search. Give it a little smooch. There you go. Hopefully you haven't been munching on those garlic fries. There we go. Come on, ballers. Give a big kiss. Oh, there was a little peck on the cheek. I saw that. Where are our lovebirds? There we go. Some lovebirds in the stands tonight at Bryant Field. Give a little smooch. Give a smooch. There we go.
It's a call to the bullpen here for Oakland in the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway home on this Friday night from Marysville. The Ballers lead by 7, 12-5 on the Freebirds. Gareth Kwok, thanking you for tuning in on our YouTube channel or on the Home Team Network. It is a lefty Tyler Bates in for Oakland, and he throws a first pitch slider on the outside for a called strike 1, 0-1. Zach Chamizo leads off the DH. A single in the sac fly for Chamizo, 0-1. Breaking ball is low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hunter Day delivers 4 innings, gives up 5 runs on 11 hits. 2 walks, no strikeouts for Day. The 1-1 is popped up in the shallow left center. It's the shortstop Rogers who makes a backhanded catch in shallow left center. And there's 1 down. Here's Andrew Kirchner. Well, considering Yuba racked up 11 hits off Day, and they were only able to score 5 runs. Not a bad outing from Day in the heat tonight. Here's Kirchner, the lefty. First pitch is lined sharply into right field for a base hit. That is Yuba's 12th hit of the game. And here comes Aragon. Look, I think if you were to ask most managers, if your starter was going to give up 11 hits, but give up only 5 runs, I think most managers would take that. At this level, for sure. Here's Aragon. And he sends a fly ball into left. It's hit well, and that is over Sanford's head, and he plays it off the bottom of the wall. It's a long single for Aragon as Kirchner advances to second. Sanford played the carom nicely off the bottom of the wall, but the Freebirds have 2 men on with 1 out for Jordan Donahue.
Second baseman, number 4, Jordan Donahue.
Bates is a 23-year-old from Bryant, Arkansas, a rookie out of Henderson State in his first year in the Pioneer League. Left-on-left matchup here between him and Donahue. Runner from second goes. Pitch is a called strike down the middle on a breaking ball, and Clora holds onto the baseball. Kirchner swipes third uncontested. It's his 3rd pro steal. Aragon, the catcher at first, did not run, so men on the corners, 1 out. The 0-1 pitch is taken just off the corner outside. 1-1 on Donahue, who has doubled twice and has scored 2 runs. The lefty Bates comes home, and Donahue lays off on a slider outside. 2-1. Bates started the year in the Pecos League with the Trinidad Triggers in Colorado. He was named a Pecos League All-Star. 2-1. Fastball up and away, ball 3. He held a 2.33 ERA in 27 innings at the time of his acquisition before signing with the Ballers on July 21st when we were down in Long Beach. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch is taken outside with the breaking ball for ball 4, and they are loaded for Isaac Nunez. Bates last threw on Wednesday against Red Pocket, gave up 3 runs in an inning, including a home run. First pitch to Nunez is low and in. Check swing down the first. Kate Hart says he did not go. 1 ball and no strikes. Sean Frett took him deep in that 6th inning. 1 out, bases loaded for Yuba. Oakland ahead by 7. The pitch is bounced up the middle. Santos fields to second for 1. Rogers is turned to first in time. It's an inning-ending double play. So Rogers turns it along with Santos, and Bates walks the tightrope a bit in that 5th with the bases loaded, but he gets the double play ball, and it's a scoreless. Bottom of the 5th, delivered by Tyler Bates. Sixth inning coming up. It's Oakland 12, Yuba-Sutter 5 here on Ballers Radio.
Freebird chicken crosses the finish line. Oh, wait a second. What happened? Brandon, you can get it. Oh, let's get on. It's okay, Brandon. We have some fantastic for you. Let's get back to Freebirds baseball. Let's go, Freebirds.
Speaking of the Freebirds, a quick shout out to the girls crew. Making Brian Field look beautiful every single night and sometimes day. Veterans Brewing is hosting Freebirds watch parties every Wednesday for the rest of August. That's right. You can cheer on your Freebirds while enjoying a great foods, cold drinks, and even better atmosphere. Grab your friends, wear your Freebirds gear, and come show your support. Stop by August 12th, the 19th, and the 26th for some Freebirds fun.
Maybe we'll get a
Thank
bed.
you, Sutterviews Brewing.
Top of the order, due up for Oakland. The Ballers lead by a touchdown and an extra point. 12-5 Ballers as we enter the sixth. Mark Lopez's first pitch to Logan Johnstone is whacked to deep left center field. Hext is on the run and he makes the backhanded catch while backpedaling just shy of the extended warning track for out number one.
Second baseman, number 9, Isai Santos.
The NFL preseason did start last night in Canton, Ohio with the Hall of Fame game. Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals kicking things off from Canton. First pitch to Isai is a breaking ball at the knees for a called strike one. And the Panthers won that game 33-30 on a game-ending touchdown. The pitch is grounded foul off of the first base coach and our assistant James Harris. James, are you good? Isai, what kind of birthday gift is that for James? Come on now. James has got his hands on his hips. He's got a smile. I think he's all good. I don't know if he's wearing a cup, but that one came pretty darn close. It was below the belt. Aaron Miles is chuckling, the whole dugout chuckling. Oh, we have a pitch timer violation on Lopez. At least it looked like it was a pitch timer violation. Yes, Lopez did not deliver the pitch in time, so it's 1-2. From the windup, here's the pitch. Santos bounces it up the middle into center. He's got a 4-hit night, folks. Isai Santos came a triple shy of the cycle yesterday. He reached base 5 times last night against Red Pocket, and he has a 4-hit game, a single up the middle. And here comes Jake Allgaier. Did Isai apologize to James after rounding first base? First pitch to Allgaier is low for ball one. Maybe James should have just sent Isai. Said, hey, go to second, my friend. You're not coming back here after what you did. 1-0. Allgaier cranks one down the line and right, but foul. 1 ball, 1 strike on Allgaier. James had his family sitting field side last night at Raimondi to celebrate his birthday at home, knowing that, of course, he would be on the road for his actual birthday. 1-1. Allgaier lines it into left center field. That is down for a base hit. Santos sprints around second, heads for third, and Allgaier has a single. His second hit of the night. And the Ballers back in business with 2 men on and 1 out for Jeter Ibarra.
I told you he left.
I guess so.
Pioneer League's home run leader hit a 3-run shot yesterday in the 8th. He's got 2 men on here with 1 out in the 6th. First pitch from Lopez is a fastball in tight for ball 1.
So that's what means we don't have to stay to them.
Oakland 12, Yuba-Sutter 5, top 6. Ibarra has 3 hits today, including an RBI double. Next pitch is lined to left field into the corner, and that's down for a base hit. Santos scores, Allgaier stops at third, and Ibarra has a 4-hit night. 2 doubles, 2 singles for Jeter Ibarra. Oakland has collected 3 consecutive hits, and they now lead 13-5. An inside-out swing to left on that fastball, middle in. 81 runs batted in for Ibarra, which continues to lead the team. And here comes Calora. First pitch is cut on a miss, on a fastball for strike 1.
But it's out the way, but I would be back. No, Kylie, it'll be back.
Next pitch is rolled softly to first, fielded on the short hop by Kirchner. He steps on first for the outs, but Allgaier scores. So the RBI ground out from Calora makes it now 14-5 Oakland.
I don't know why you ain't getting
Ibarra advanced to third on that ground ball. 2 down, 9-run lead now for the Ballers, and here is Blythe, who has 3 hits and a walk. First pitch is lined into left. Back goes the left fielder Uran, and he makes the catch, hit high in the gap to end the inning. 2 runs for Oakland on 3 hits. And we head to the bottom of the 6th with Oakland now in front 14-5 on Ballers Radio.
It's like what's the next season?
All right, Freebirds fans, we want to see who brought the best news tonight. Head up, get loose. Carol lands on you. It's time for the dance cam. Who's got the best moves? Which section has the best dance moves? Oh, we got the worm over here in the R&R Home Run. We love that capital.
take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard while we have a second here in the bottom of the 6th. The Billings Mustangs defeat the Great Falls Voyagers 12-10. Missoula defeats Ogden 8-3. So now, if the postseason were to end today, as Tyler Bates is back on the hill, first pitch to Devin Dixon is lined foul into the screen. No balls and 1 strike. Modesto and Missoula would be in.
You know, it's so funny. He's like,
As part of our Pacific Pipe climb to the top of the PBL standings update. Here's a, is that a foul or a check swing? I believe that was a check swing foul from Dixon. So 0-2 on Dixon. Because Long Beach lost, and now that Missoula has won, it would be the Roadsters and the Paddleheads in to the postseason. Laura might have taken a shot there behind the plate. Matthew McElroy just checking in on him. Ballers lead by 9. It's 14-5 here in the last of the 6th. No balls, 2 strikes on Dixon. And now Clora wants to talk to Bates on the mound. Idaho Falls is pouring it on Boise. It is 22-7 Chuckers on the Hawks. Glacier and Long Beach up in Kalispell. Long Beach defeats Glacier 10-2. And last but not least, Red Pocket traveled to the Central Valley last night. Take on Modesto, and the Roadsters lead 9-0 on Red Pocket. Still a very crowded top half in this second half standings. Laura gets back into the squat. 0-2 on Dixon, the pitch. Breaking ball is outside, ball 1. Because Billings, Idaho Falls, Boise, and Long Beach all in front of Oakland. 1-2. Dixon foul tips a fastball into the glove of Calora for strike 3. That is the first strikeout of the game recorded by Oakland pitching. They did not record a strikeout. Here is Zeb Rose.
well, they could have sat down there.
Second inning for Bates in relief. First pitch fastball is in tight, ball 1.
They can switch. Right.
So
There you go.
right now a favorable result if you're Boise. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball low, 2-0.
You guys are going to end up getting moved anyways when we leave.
I should say it's a favorable result for Oakland in gaining ground on Boise, but Idaho Falls is also ahead on Oakland. Ball 3 is in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes. We'll get more clarity at the end of this weekend, and especially with Modesto coming into town next week. 3-game series against the Roadsters. The 3-0 is a breaking ball down the middle for a strike, 3-1. I mean, after this weekend, it is a pivotal 2-week stretch for the Ballers, where the next 12 games are against Modesto and Long Beach. 3-1. High and outside, ball 4. Nine are against Modesto, and 3 are against Long Beach in Long Beach. And there's no sugarcoating it. Oakland's going to have to win all of those series if they want to have any hope of making a third consecutive postseason. First pitch to Uran is a breaking ball on the inside for a called strike one. They are back above 500, but still have some room to gain, well, still some ground to gain. The 0-1 is a breaking ball low, 1 ball, 1 strike. After tonight, just 26 games left in the regular season. 1-1 pitch. Fastball is in there on the inside for a strike, 1-2. And for Oakland, their most likely outcome would have to be winning the second half, just becoming one of those top 2 spots, which right now it's not looking like they're going to catch Modesto for that 1 spot. Pitch to Uran is waved down and missed for strike 3. 2 down for Hext. I mean, right now Oakland is behind 9 games on Modesto. They're 9 games back in Modesto, but only 4.5 back of Missoula, with, after tonight, 26 to play. Here is Hext. First pitch is lined sharply in the left field, but right at Sanford, who makes a backhanded grab short of the warning track, and the inning is over. Tyler Bates with 2 innings of scoreless relief, and we head to the 7th. It's Oakland 14, Yuba-Sutter 5 here on Ballers Radio.
Having a good time? All right, we're going to try to make it that much better. We're going to play our Jurassic Shuffle. We're going to look at the field board here at Bryson. What's going to happen is we're going to have 3 shaving cream cans. We're going to hide some dynamites. Watch where those shaving cream cans go. Also, the dynamite guard, you're going to like it. All right, Bryson is telling me that he starts school on Monday. It's Ultimate Oregon. He's working on who has a station joint. Hyper focus right now. So there are the dynamite Bryson, right there in the middle. Keep your eye on that little can. Here they go. They're going to shuffle around. Bryson is very focused. He loves this. You can also play along. Help Bryson out with the shuffling of the hands and notes. Bryson, do you know where it is? Hands, where it is? Where is it? Where do you think it is, Bryson? I think it's 3. All right, let's see. Where are those dotted legs? Is it 3? Maybe. And Bryson wins. Congratulations, Bryson. And let's get back to more Freebirds baseball. Let's go, Freebirds. For your Freebirds. Number 28, Drew Aguiar.
Seventh inning. Ballers on the road here in Marysville, live from Bryant Field. Nightfall now here on this Friday, August the 7th. The temperature has cooled down to only 88 degrees, but it feels like it's in the 70s, given how hot it was at first pitch. 102 degrees at first pitch. Mitchell Sanford leads off against the new righty, Drew Aguiar, the rookie out of Cal State Monterey Bay. And the first pitch to Sanford is lined sharply into left, and it falls in front of Uran for a base hit. Third reliever tonight for the Freebirds, and Sanford wastes no time. It's his first hit of the game. And here comes Tristan Moore. 8 of the 9 hitters in the starting lineup have collected at least a hit in this one. That's the 18th collected by Oakland, as Moore takes a breaking ball inside for ball one. Time now for our Chat GTP. We usually do in the 5th inning, but I must say I procrastinated, so we're now getting around to it here in the 7th. Pickoff throw to first. Back in safely is Sanford, and this might be a bit of a silly question, but it was something that came to mind after watching an in-between inning promo here in Yuba-Sutter. 1-0 pitch is fouled back, 1-1. It was between Willie the Wild Chicken, their mascot, and their in-game host, and it appeared they were dueling it out over a game of rock, paper, and scissors. 1-1 is fouled off of Moore's foot, 1-2. A classic game to decide an argument or maybe make a decision. And it just got me thinking, hey, there are games, there's competitive rock, paper, scissors competitions, I believe in Japan, and there might be some in the United States as well, but as Moore cranks one high and deep to right, back goes Rose, he's looking up, it hits the back wall netting, and it is out of here. Tristan Moore tees off his 2nd professional homer into the Marysville Knights. And Oakland having a field day here in Marysville on this Friday. It's now 16-5 on the 2-run blast by Tristan Moore.
Shortstop, number 6, TJ Rogers.
Here is TJ Rogers. First pitch is fouled into the screen for strike one. Anyway, my question was going to be if the world was, if the fate of the universe was on the line, in the balance, and it came down to a rock, paper, scissors game. Rogers swings and misses at the 0-1, 0-2. What are you throwing up? What material are you choosing? If you're playing rock, paper, scissors, and the fate of the universe, the Martians have the death beam pointed at planet Earth. You have to win this game of rock, paper, scissors, or else you don't see it tomorrow. 0-2 pitch is fouled back. I know it's a silly question, but what are you picking? No balls and 2 strikes. See, the funny thing is, I feel like all the times I played rock, paper, scissors, I've always primarily gone rock the first time. And I'd say for every 10 games of rock, paper, scissors, I'm winning half of those. 0-2 pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And then maybe the other 2 times, it's a draw. Somebody else throws up a rock, and then we duel it out again. And then the other 3 times, I lose. They throw a paper, 1-2, in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And I don't know, based off some of the initial research that I was doing, apparently a veteran player of the World Rock, Paper, Scissors Championships, his name's Graham Walker, says that rock is a rookie mistake. Here's a fastball outside for ball 1. He said rock is for rookies, and that more experienced players won't lead with rock. It's just too obvious, so they'll use scissors against him. Or you'll just counter with paper. 2-2 is inside. 3-2. And I tell you what, I think every game that I've started with, rock, paper, scissors wise, it's been a rock for me. And I feel like I've won most of the time. Here's a 3-2 grounder off the bat of Rogers to the shortstop, Dixon. His throw to first is in time. 1 out for Logan Johnstone. Let's take a look at some of your answers.
Center fielder number 7.
Casey Pratt. Hello, Casey. He's the scissors guy. Tyler. Hello. Tyler's going with rock. Jeff Butt's going with rock. Ben Verhoek is going with rock. Couple papers from Staff Ace and Jenny Vega. Here is Johnstone. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Dan Silvert says, Gareth, you can't decide this far in advice. Total game time decision. And the pitch is on the outside for a strike. 1-1. Carlo Connor says, rock and then start a fight with aliens. Gonna go down swinging. Next pitch is inside. 2-1. Maybe just the opponents that I play. I mean, I don't know. It's all mind games up to that point. Next pitch is inside. 3-1. I've heard those rock, paper, scissors competitions are pretty fierce. I mean, they go into it. The pitch. Johnstone bounces it to second. Charging in is Donahue. He throws to second for out number 2. I mean, they got big time crowds for some of those championships.
Second baseman number 9, Isai Santos.
The Maui kid says paper. Todd Burkett says paper. I must say, I was not paying attention to what Willie the Wild Chicken threw and what the in-game MC threw up in that battle. 1-0 on Isai as he takes the ball. 16-5 Ballers here in the 7th after the 2-run home run by Tristan Moore. 1-0 pitch is low. 2-0. Now, I guess the other question is it, do you do 2 out of 3 or do you just do 1 matchup? 1 and done. To me, I think you got to do 2 out of 3. Fastball is high, 3 balls, no strikes. I mean, any rock, paper, scissors game I've done, maybe with the exception of some higher ups involved or some teachers saying, hey, there's play only 1, no 2 out of 3, but it's usually 2 out of 3. Here's a fastball low, ball 4. Isai's on base for a 5th time today. And here comes Allgaier. I think every rock, paper, scissors battle has to be a 2 out of 3 competition. Next pitch to Allgaier, and he cranks one deep to right field. Into the corner, fair or foul? It is a foul ball. Just to the right of the foul pole. Would not have been a home run. Would have been extra bases had it stayed fair. Dan Silvert actually asks a pretty good question. Is it rock, paper, scissors show, where you show on the scissors, or rock, paper, scissors shoot, where you show on the shoot? I'm the one that you gotta show on the shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Nobody does rock, paper, and scissors. Well, I mean, you could. Oh, 1. Allgaier is backed off the plate with a fastball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two out of 3. And you got to do rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Those would be my rules. Here's a weak grounder to second. Gloved by Donahue, and he throws out Allgaier to end the inning. Tristan Moore goes deep, a 2-run shot. His second as a pro, and Oakland leads by 11 as we hit the Planet Fitness 7th inning stretch. It is 16-5 Ballers here on Ballers Radio.
Root for the Freebirds. If they don't win, it's a shame.
Defensive lineup changes for Oakland at third base. Number 8, Brendan O'Sullivan. Now pitching for Oakland. Number 38, right-handed pitcher, Brock Mayer.
It's the Planet Fitness 7th inning stretch. Your 7th inning stretch brought to you by our good friends at Planet Fitness. Second reliever tonight for the Ballers after Tyler Bates goes 2 scoreless innings, 2 hits allowed, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Very nicely done. And he would be in line for the win if this result holds, with Oakland ahead by 11, 16-5. And Brock Mayer is the new pitcher on for the Ballers as he faces Chamizo, Kirchner, and Aragon here in the last of the 7th. He works from the wind, and the former Fullerton righty deals to Chamizo, and it's a 92-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside for a called strike 1. Hunter Day pitched the first 4 innings. Bates the last 2, and now it's Mayer here in the 7th. The righty's 0-1 is grounded sharply into right for a base hit. Blythe is trying to cut it off. He does on the backhand, and that keeps Chamizo to just a single. It's his second hit of the night. Man on first for Andrew Kirchner.
First baseman, number 18, Andrew Kirchner.
Mayer is in for an 11th time this year. First pitch to Kirchner is a fastball low, ball 1. 2-0 record, a 9.00 ERA, 17 strikeouts in 17 innings for Brock, who last threw on Tuesday against Red Pocket. Takes a deep breath, the 1-0. Fastball is low, 2 balls, no strikes. Pitched 3 innings of long relief, allowed 2 runs on 4 hits, no walks, and he struck out a season-high 5 to pick up his second consecutive win. Faces his former Fullerton teammate, and the 2-0 is a fastball inside, ball 3. Well, he's faced him multiple times. He faced him during his first week as a pro back down at Raimondi Park. He faced him last week up here in Yuba, and now he faces him again. The 3-0 is a fastball inside, ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Chamizo the second. 2 men on, nobody out for Diego Aragon. Here is Aragon. First pitch is inside for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Mayer looks at second, the 1-0. Fastball is in tight. 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes Jimmy Dietrich, the pitching coach. And he wants to chat with Mayer, who has thrown 6 consecutive balls. So Jimmy is out for the first time today, so he can chat with Brock. We'll be back here tomorrow night at 6:35. We'll have the Ballers pregame show at 6:20. Live here from Marysville. And then again, Sunday, in case you missed it, Sunday's game was originally a 6:35 start up here in Marysville. It has been changed to an 11 a.m. start. So we'll have the Ballers pregame show at 10:45 for Sunday morning. The 2-0 to Aragon is bounced weakly up the middle. Rogers charges, and the shortstop throws on the run in time to get Aragon for out number 1. Chamizo the third, Kirchner the second. 1 out for Donahue. The lefty Donahue has doubled twice, and he's drawn a walk. First pitch is a cutter on the outside for a called strike 1. 0-1. Defense is back. 11-run lead for Oakland here in the 7th. Belt high set. The pitch is down and away with the cutter. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mayer, who turns 22 next Thursday. On 1 pitch, fastball is outside. 2-1. His birthday's on the 13th. He's the 2nd youngest player on this team. Slightly older than Langston Burkett, who's the youngest. 2-1. Breaking ball, broken back grounder to Santos. The second baseman throws on the run in time for the outs. Chamizo scores from third on that ground ball, but a nice play by Eastside to throw across his body. Really, are you going to air horn that? You're going to air horn the 6th run of the game in a 10-run game? Either way. 2 down, man on third as Kirchner advanced to third for Nunez. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Nunez is 1 for 3, single and 2 ground balls. Mayer's 1-0. Fastball is up and in. 2-0.
In line in front of us, and they were trying to give it away. The guy turns around and goes, "Do you want?" Well, he's trying to get his friends to hold it for him. I went on the ride, and then he turned around and goes, "Do you want this?" I'm like, "You want me to hold it, or are you trying to give it to me?" He goes, "I'll give it to you." Well, actually, my daughter would love it. Yeah.
The new baller Nathan Darden is warming up in left for Oakland. 2-0. Swing and a miss on the slider. 2 balls and a strike. Kirchner at third. Nunez awaits a 2-1. And he chops it to third. O'Sullivan, by the way, in at third base for Allgaier. His throw the first in time to end the inning. Forgot to mention that. O'Sullivan now in at third base for Jake. As we head to the 8th. Oakland leads by 10. It's 16-6 here on Ballers Radio.
And right out. Leaves caring for Yuba-Sutter families for more than 100 years. Just like our Freebirds! 1, 2, 3! Beautiful! Now pitching for your Freebirds, number 30, Yuba-Sutter.
Eighth inning here in Yuba-Sutter. It is a 16-6 Oakland lead. The Ballers seeking a 7th consecutive win to keep up this season best win streak. It's a new righty Eric Vassar in for Yuba-Sutter. And his first pitch to Jeter Ibarra is a fastball at 93 on the low outside corner for a called strike 1. Ibarra, Calora, and Blythe against the right-hander Vassar, who just wrapped up his college career at Jessup University. Ibarra swings and misses at the fastball, and he's now behind 0-2. Rookie out of Jessup, appearing for an 8th time this year. 23 years of age. He also pitched at Sacramento City College before pitching the last 2 years at Jessup University in Rockland. Righty's 0-2 is flied foul off to the left. Oakland with another offensive outburst tonight here on the road. 16 runs on 19 hits. The pitch is fouled off the knuckles into the screen. Still 0-2. And Ibarra has recorded 4 of those hits. 2 doubles and 2 singles. 2 runs batted in for Jeter. The 0-2 is hit high into shallow right. It's the right fielder Rose who comes in to make the grab. 1 away for Calora.
The catcher, number 18, Jaden Calora.
When it goes straight up like that, you have plenty of time to run and get right underneath it. Wait for it to come straight down.
Here's Calora. Don't want to put any pressure on Jaden, but right now the only hitter who is hitless in this Ballers lineup as he takes a fastball low. 1-0. The pitch is a changeup, knee high for a called strike, 1-1. Everyone else has recorded a hit in the starting 9. Vassar's 1-1 is lined into right, and right on cue. He does have a single. It rolls to the wall, and he's thinking about a double. Here's a throw from Rose. It's on target, and he is safe. That was a hustle double for Jaden Kalora, as Rose did a pretty good job to cut that ball off from reaching the wall, and his throw to second on target, but JC slides in safely. It's a one-out double for Noah Blythe. First pitch to Noah is a breaking ball outside, ball one. So now with that base hit, everyone on the team has recorded a hit. That was the 20th of the night. The pitch is waved down and missed on a fastball. 1-1 on Blythe. One pitch is caught on and missed on the breaking ball. 1-2. Still a good amount of fans that have stayed around and are hanging around. A lot of them with kids taking in the action tonight. The 1-2 is low and away with the slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to see if there's maybe a post-game fireworks show tonight. Maybe that's why they're staying around. 2-2. Lined foul down the right field line towards the batting cages. 2-2. There is a post-game fireworks show after the game tonight. That's why most of the fans have stuck around. And the pitch is lined into shallow right center. It's Hext who makes the grab. Kalora stays at second, 2 down. And here is Sanford.
Feeling thirsty? Not to worry. Now batting, the beer batter, number 31, Mitchell Sanford. If he strikes out, he'll be offering beer for just $2.
Here is Sanford. First pitch to Mitchell is up and away. Ball one with the fastball. Good turnout tonight. Still a lot of smiles on the kids' faces, which you like to see, even on a long night like tonight, a long hot night. Fastball finds the outside for a strike, 1-1. And I'm not sure how the school districts work out up here, but I'm guessing most of the kids are getting ready to go back to school or have gone back to school. 1-1. Sanford slices this one down the line, but it's fair. Oh, it lands just inside the chalk. It rolls into the corner, and that allows Kalora to score, and Sanford trades places with him. He's in at second. It's a 2-out RBI double for Mitchell Sanford to make it now 17-6. Oakland. He's now driven in the pair. Well, is Oakland going to score at least 18 runs for a 4th consecutive game? They're on the doorstep. They are on the doorstep. Here's more. First pitch is cut on and missed on a slider for strike 1. $18 runs on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and a chance tonight on this Friday. 0-1. Moore fouls it off the hands into the screen. 0-2. Ballers put up some serious numbers against Red Pocket, especially in the last 5 games. 13 runs on Saturday, 9 on Sunday, and then 3 straight 18-run games. 0-2 pitch is flied foul off to the left. Five straight wins to kick off this month of August, and Oakland is looking to remain undefeated. 0-2, breaking ball, fouled back. Tristan's been on base 3 times. He's hit a 2-run homer, his second as a pro, and he's driven in 3. 0-2 pitch. Well outside, 1-2. Well, not only is this a big performance for Oakland, but this is really depleting Yuba-Sutter's bullpen. 1-2. Fastball is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 4th reliever tonight in Vassar. And it's just been a lot of deep counts, a lot of foul balls hit up by Oakland today. It's 2-2, the pitch. High and away. Ball 3. And with Yuba's options already pretty thin, leaves him perhaps thinner for tomorrow and the rest of the series. 3-2 is bounced foul towards the Yuba dugout. And boy, tomorrow they could really use a long start, at least a 6-inning start. Just give the bullpen a breather. After what transpired against Modesto over the last several days. 3-2 pitch. Moore hits a squibber on the ground to third, backhanded by Nunez, and he can't get the ball out of his glove. We'll see what the official ruling is. It is an error. A ground ball hit the deep third, backhanded by Nunez. It did have some side spin on it, but the transfer from glove to hand was not clean, and he bobbled the ball. So Sanford to third. Moore reaches on the E5, and here is Rogers. First pitch fastball nearly hits him up and in for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Oakland leads by 11, 17-6 here in the 8th, 1-0. That's in the dirt, and it's scooped out by Aragon. 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0. TJ bounces it foul down the third base line. Ooh, nice cool breeze just blew in to us here in the press box. That's what I'm talking about. Now it's comfortable. Now it is certainly bearable. Here's a slider cut on and miss, 2-2. As we approach the 3-hour mark here in Yuba-Sutter, it is 2-2 on Rogers. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Oakland scores 1 on 2 hits thanks to the RBI double by Sanford. It is now 17-6 Ballers as we head to the bottom of the 8th here on Ballers Radio.
Auctioning off a specialty jersey. So don't miss out. Last, but certainly not least, Sunday, August 9th, is Family Fun Sunday. Come out early, as kids can run the bases just like the Freebirds. Tickets and more information, please visit FreebirdsBaseball.com. Also, for the Stores Night, use code FORCE50 for 50% off on tickets. That is code FORCE50. All that. Don't forget to stick around after the game for Friday's Fireworks Showdown. The fireworks show will start approximately 10 minutes after the conclusion of the game. Have your attention, please. Now pitching for Oakland, number 33, Nathan Darden.
It is a Oakland Ballers debut here in the last of the 8th. Oakland ahead by 11, 17-6. It is a new righty, Nathan Darden, who makes his Ballers debut. He'll face the 9-hitter Dixon, and the first pitch fastball is high at 93 for ball 1. Darden was just acquired by the Ballers, the returning piece in that trade for TJ McKenzie earlier this year. 1-0. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. TJ was traded to Red Pocket for a player to be named later, and the player to be named later is Nathan Darden. From the windup, the 1-1 is fouled back into the screen. 1-2. Well, he does have a name. It's just the player to be named later. He does have a name. His name's Nathan Darden. Don't worry. In for the first time for the Ballers, the 1-2. Breaking ball is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rookie out of Lamar University, who plays in the Southland Conference. That is Division I. 2-2. Dixon flies it foul off to the right. Still 2-2. This is his 7th game with Red Pocket. I'm sorry. He pitched 6 games with Red Pocket, so this is his 7th appearance overall as a rookie. The 2-2 is fouled straight back. Still 2-2. He did pitch for the Florence Yalls earlier this year. Pitched in 12 games for Florence. Comes over the head with the windup, the 2-2. And it's a fastball poked foul down the right field line. At Lamar, he recorded a 4.56 ERA, 31 strikeouts, 25 2/3 innings, 3 saves for the righty. His 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. On the breaking ball, Dixon goes around for strike 3. So the very first batter he faces in the Ballers uniform results in a strikeout. 1 away for Zeb Rose. Darden, 23 years of age, from Rowlett, Texas. Top of the lineup, here is Rose. First pitch fastball is cut on and missed at 95. 0-1. That's some good velocity right there from Darden. Rowlett is a city in Dallas and Rockwall counties, eastern suburb of Dallas. The 0-1 is cut on and missed on a fastball. Foul tipped into Clora's mitt. That's a 96 mile an hour fastball. And it's 0-2. did pitch against the Ballers twice in the series while a member of Red Pocket. Now the 0-2 is in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'm sure the one thing these former Red Pocket players are looking forward to is finally getting to call the place home for the first time. 1-2 pitch. Rose lays off a fastball high. 2-2. I mean, we've talked about it before, and we'll mention it briefly, but just for them to be on the road exclusively the entire season is just, that's a lot. That's incredibly grueling. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He fans him on a slider. Strong impression so far from Nathan Darden. Back-to-back strikeouts, and here comes Cam Uran. So while they're on the road here for a couple more nights, we'll be here through Sunday. First pitch to Uran is a changeup down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Well, they'll at least get to call Oakland home for the final 4 weeks of the year. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy, changeups look good. Sliders look good. Fastball is sitting in the mid-90s. Some good stuff from the righty Darden. 0-2. Oakland 17, Yuba 6. Darden a strike away from striking out the side. The 0-2. Fastball high and away at 94. 1-2. Darden covers his face with his glove as he gets the sign. Now the 1-2. And Uran taps it foul behind the plate. One ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch is high, ball 3, 3-2. Cooper Hext is on deck. Nathan Darden deals a 3-2. And Uran flies it in the shallow right center. Logan Johnstone comes in, waits behind the ball, and makes the catch. And the inning is over. 1-2-3, 8th for Darden in his Ballers debut. And we head to the 9th. Oakland leads by 11. It's 17-6 here on Ballers Radio.
Hey Freebird fans. What's up Freebirds fans? My name is Christian Castaneda. My name is Zach Schmizo. Josh Duarte here. My name is Gabe Garrett. Thank you guys for coming out and the support and all the energy you brought today. Come out to Oakland. Love to see you guys here. Love to see you again. Come back soon. Love the Freebirds.
Leading off for Oakland, center fielder number 7, Logan Johnstone.
Logan Johnstone leads off for the Ballers here in the 9th. And it's a new pitcher for Yuba-Sutter, with Oakland ahead by 11, 17-6. It is Logan, oh, sorry, not Logan John. I already said Logan Johnstone. It's Tristan Wolf, the righty in. First pitch was low for a ball. Here's his 1-0. And Johnstone rolls it on the ground to second, fielded by Donahue. Throw to first in time for the first downs.
Second baseman number 9, Isai Santos.
Wolf is he's been their closer for much of the year. And I must say, I'm surprised to see him in this game. He has 7 saves, 36th appearance for the righty. The first pitch to Santos is fouled off the mask of Aragon for strike 1. A team leading 36th appearance, 6.98 ERA in 38 2/3 innings. I must say, I'm just very surprised he's in this game, with Oakland ahead by 11. Next pitch is a changeup low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. I don't know if Frank Gonzalez doesn't like using position players on the mound in blowouts. 1-1 is a fastball in there for a strike, 1-2. But in a game like this, where it's an 11-run game and you still have 2 more games to cover, to me, this seems like the right time to just use a position player and just run through the tape. 1-2. Fastball is down the pipe for a called strike 3.
That was a Saturday News throwing strikeout. Thanks to Tristan.
Well, it'll be nice if Wolf can, at least for him, if he can just work efficiently. As Santos goes down on strikes, and now Brendan O'Sullivan will bat for the first time today. Came in for Allgaier at third base at the end of the top of the 7th. First pitch is fouled off to the right for strike 1. Nothing wrong with Jake. It's just to keep him fresh for the rest of the weekend and give O'Sullivan an at-bat and some playing time. 0-1. Fastball is in tight. 1 ball, 1 strike. $17 runs on 21 hits. 6 of those runs scored in the 4th alone. The 1-1. Sliders in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. And I mean, it's a heavily used reliever in Tristan Wolf. I mean, he's their go-to guy for most cases. I'm sure there's something we do not know. 2-1. Fastball low and outside, ball 3. Three and 1 on O'Sullivan with Ibarra on deck. The 3-1 is a fastball low and away, ball 4. And Jeter Ibarra will receive 1 more at bat.
Number 16, Jeter Ibarra.
Jeter's got a 4-hit game. First pitch is a fastball low and in for ball 1. One home run away from breaking Christian Almanza's single-season home run record. The 1-0. Breaking ball is low. 2 balls, no strikes. Game 2 tomorrow at 6:35. Here's the 2-0. Ibarra breaks his bat and bloops it into right center for a base hit. He's got a 5-hit game. Might have busted the bat, but it's a 5-hit night for Jeter Ibarra. O'Sullivan to second, 2 down, 2 men on for Calora. First pitch to JC is a fastball low for ball 1. Tomorrow's starters should be David Thomas, with Abe Arias expected to throw on Sunday. The 1-0 pitch is flied to deep left, down the line, into the corner. Uran gives it a look, but that lands out of play. One ball and 1 strike. One. Fastball is in there for a strike, 1-2. The fans sticking around for the post-game fireworks show. Nobody's left. Everyone's still engaged and still trying to find some fun in this. 1-2, fastball, knee high, called strike 3. Inning over. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Oakland 3 outs away from a 7th consecutive victory. It is 17-6. Ballers as we head to the bottom of the 9th here on Ballers TV. Oakland 3 outs away from a series opening victory here in Yuba-Sutter and a 7th consecutive win overall. 17-6 Ballers. Nathan Darden is back out for a 2nd inning of work after a 1-2-3-8. His first pitch to Cooper Hext is a breaking ball outside for ball 1. Oakland 17, Yuba-Sutter 6. The 1-0 from Darden is a fastball grounded softly to second. Santos shuffles his feet, fields the baseball, and throws out Hext for out number 1. Well, Oakland scored early and often once again. 11 of their 17 runs scored within the first 4 frames, including 4 in the 2nd and 6 in the 4th. Here's Chamizo. First pitch is swung on and missed. Boy, that changeup is just disappearing on these lefties. 0-1. Hunter Day hung in there despite Yuba-Sutter tallying 11 hits off of him. Next pitch to Chamizo is lined up the middle and past the outstretched glove of Rogers. That would have been a great play, a sensational play to his left. A full outstretched catch, potentially. Instead, Chamizo has his third hit. And here comes Kirchner. Again, Yuba-Sutter collected 11 hits off Day in 4 innings, but he only allowed 5 runs. First pitch to Kirchner is waved down and missed for strike 1. Back to that changeup for Darden. 0-1. Tyler Bates, 2 scoreless innings of relief. Brock Mayer pitched to score, not a scoreless 7th, but he did pitch an inning and allowed just 1. Ball in the dirt on Kirchner. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch is skied high in the left center. Johnstone roams to his right in the gap, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
The catcher, number 8,
Yuba is down to their final out. Here comes Diego Aragon. First pitch from Darden is inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Bates 2 innings of work. Mayer with the 7th inning of work. Darden trying to pitch the final 2. 1-0 is a little high with the breaking ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, it might not be 18 runs for a 4th consecutive game, but I think 17 will suffice, and the Ballers will not complain. 2-0. Fastball is at the knees for a called strike at 94. 2-1. First pitch tomorrow at 6:35. We'll have the Ballers pregame show at 6:20. 2-1. Aragon flies it foul down the left field line. It's 2-2. 1 strike away from a 7th consecutive win. Darden stares in the Calora's glove, now gets the sign, and his 2-2 is high with the fastball, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Aragon is ready. The 3-2 from Darden is lined into right, and that falls in front of Blythe for a base hit. 2 on, 2 out, as Chamizo advances to second, and here comes Jordan Donahue.
second baseman number 4, Jordan Donahue.
First pitch to Donahue is bounced to first. Ibarra scoops the short hop, steps on first base, and that is the ball game. Once again, Oakland scores early and often. A great night for the bullpen as they twirl 5 innings of 1-run ball. The bats come alive once again. They keep up the momentum that they generated against Red Pocket. 17 runs. They do it on 22 hits. And the Ballers are victorious for a 7th consecutive game as they defeat the Yuba-Sutter Freebirds by a final score of 17-6. The Ballers post-game show is coming up after this here on Ballers Radio. Welcome back to Marysville. It is the Ballers postgame show as Oakland completes a 17-6 victory over the Freebirds. They've now won 7 in a row, and they have now won 7. I guess the first 6 here in August. They're now 6-0 as the Ballers defeat the Freebirds 17-6. Gareth Kwok here from Marysville as Oakland scored early and often once again with 11 runs in the first 4 innings, 4 in the second, 6 in the fourth, and just everyone contributed from top to bottom. Another team effort offensively, and we could go through each and every inning, but we're not. But 4 hits for Jeter Ibarra, 3 hits for Tristan Moore and Noah Blythe. Isai Santos went 4 for 6 with 3 runs batted in, including a home run. Santos homered, Moore homered to give us on our Sonic Internet home run tracker 137 homers this season for the Ballers. And even though Yuba-Sutter did get to Hunter Day in this one, they tallied 11 hits in 4 innings. Just 5 runs allowed by Day in those 4 frames. Walked only 2, did not strike out a batter. Kept